All right, it looks like we're rolling. Greetings, everyone. I'm just checking in here, setting everything up, okay? Hang in. All right, hang in. All right, my dreamy ones. Greetings, greetings, greetings. So, let's get back to you guys. Hey, Bill Gates is here. Bill Gates is here, people. Let's talk, friend. Hey, Bill Gates. Oh, I know. I remember when we put out a call. I think it was on Wednesday. I was kind of kidding around saying, hey, we welcome all trust fund babies and mega moguls. And look who showed up, people. Bill Gates is here. Thank you, Bill Gates. Let's talk. Yeah, I'm so down. Whatever, I'm totally up for it. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful place. Actually, I don't really have the means to set up a Terra Illumination retreat right now, so anybody who really wants to go absolutely berserk crazy, hint hint, Bill Gates, you're perfectly welcome to do so. Massive astronomical donations are accepted. And of course, I will, just like they do at thrift stores and the Salvation Army, I'm very happy to give you a receipt and then you can write it off on your taxes. You see? There's a tremendous benefit for all trust fund babies and mega moguls. It's a fantastic way to write off astronomical amounts of money with just one click. Yay! Hey, Path, what's going on? Got it. I see you, Path. I'm going to put that towards the super fund here. This is going to go towards the big mega fund for the group reading. Okay, thank you, Path. All right, let's have a look. Yeah. Thank you, Path. Well, I'll just put that there. So yeah, if there's anybody around tonight who wants to like really splurge and just kind of do this really altruistic humanitarian thing and just put buckets of money to donate for a group reading for all of us, that'd be great. Totally awesome. If anybody out there really wants to get into it in person and have a live mini reading on the show tonight, we can do that, okay? We have the technology, amazing wizardry of YouTube that you can press a button and slide money straight through the slot and it comes straight to Terra Illumination live, okay? Okay. So there you go. All right. Hey, Tati, you can speak Spanish. Wow, that's cool. I just saw you. Yeah. Hey, wait a minute. I just saw something. Wait a minute. I just saw something there. Okay, yeah. Path wants a reading. Oh, okay. Well, oh, you wanted a reading. Oh, okay. Don't worry, Path. We got it. I got you. I got you over here. Don't you worry, Path. See, it's just a simple switch. We just go poof and poof. Now you get a reading. Just like that. It's pure magic. Just like what happens on this show on a daily basis. It's just amazing, isn't it? We're good for like accountants, lawyers, doctors, nurses, professional healers, artists, writers, musicians, all sorts of variations of love tribers, freewheeling homesteaders, van lifers, all of those kind of lifestyles, everything about that. Wow. So anyway, yeah, thank you. We got you sorted, okay? So we're all ready tonight. We've got a reading for Jeffrey. We got a reading for Path. Thank you so much. And of course, we're all here because of this thing. Now, this isn't just the sole proprietorship of a proprietary, domain of Terra Illumination. This is for everybody. Everybody in the planet has access to this, the healing power of love right now. It's just that on this channel, we're making this our business. That's our business here. We're here to bring the healing power of love into our lives from up above, okay? Hey, Love Triber. Good evening. Hi, Lena. Good evening, Lena. So Lena is hanging out in Spanish with her other Spanish-speaking friends. Here we are tonight. It is Sunday Night Live. Welcome, everybody. We're just Legendary Terrio. Legendary, that's so cool. I love the way you do that. Okay, Tati, you've got a reading. Here we go. Thank you, Legendary. This is for Tati. Much thanks to Legendary Tarot. I'll just make a note here in case we forget. Thank you, Legendary. So, there you go. Yeah, isn't that sweet? Tati just got a reading, thanks to Legendary Tarot. Wow, that's so cool. That is just so cool, the way magic happens on this channel. Oh my gosh, I have to tell you people. Because as far as I'm concerned, let me go. Let me just chat with you guys. Hold on a second. Let me just check in. I'll see you at the other stage. Hold on. I just want to get personal here. Okay. Hey, Leanne, what's going on? Let's have a check here. I just want to do something. Hold on. Okay, have a look. Hey. Greetings all. Greetings. Good evening. Thank you very much. We're off to a really super start for the show, and we'll do what we can to keep it going that way. The internet seems to be extremely crowded tonight, and so you might be experiencing all sorts of glitches, buffering, and delays. It's simply because I'm guessing it's the holiday weekend here in the United States, okay? And it's putting huge demands on the internet across the United States, including my little neighborhood. Okay? So, what I was talking about over here is like the whole point of this channel. I know it's a tarot channel. Hi, old son, greetings. I know it's a tarot channel. This is actually a tarot channel. Okay? In case you hadn't figured that out. Which is a little bit different from a tarot channel. Okay? And the thing is, what we really do here is we invoke the healing power of love into our lives from up above. So we can do that in person. We ask for the healing power of love to fill our bodies from up above. We ask for the healing power of love to fill our minds from up above. We ask for the healing power of love to fill our hearts from up above. We ask for the healing power of love to fill our souls from up above. And that's a really good way to start the day, which is kind of what I try to do, because there are so many stressful factors out there that it's just like you've got to do something to counter the stresses, okay? So, what I like to do, what I really love to do is because I have to do so much self-healing anyway, just to keep going. Because if I don't do that self-healing stuff, my vibrational frequencies kind of tend to degenerate really quickly. And I start to feel sad, lost, confused, like everything becomes very toxic. So I work very hard, and I work with what I consider my team of angels, divine guidance, guardian angels, invisible friends, loved ones from the other side, to basically maintain an auric type of structure and nature that is as fully aligned with the frequencies of love as possible, okay? And that might not be what you think it is. My feeling is that love is actually defined as, most effectively, as a willing, conscious decision to go above and beyond our existing comfort zone in that moment in time in order to foster and nurture our own spiritual growth, love, healing, advancement, evolution, growth, all of that, which is the best for us, which is another way of saying love thyself, which then creates a frequency which then radiates outwards, and that sends like a pulse, like an EMP, okay? Electromagnetic pulse. I think of it as a love pulse. And that propagates loving energy. And then just with the laws of attraction, love breeds love. So if you make it your job, to love thyself, then you can start propagating love, and then you become loving, and then you are loved, okay? So that you are loving, you are loved, or you are loving, you are loved. You plant seeds and the seeds grow, okay? Anyway, so I'm just, just saying hi, getting settled, saying hello to everyone. Thank you all for being here. I know it's a holiday weekend, so I really, really respect the time that you're sharing with us here tonight. Okay? It's Sunday night in the United States. It's probably, I don't know, like dawn over in London or something. Okay? Anyway, so let me get back. Looks like you are all engaging. Let's just say engaging with each other nicely. Thank you very much. To me, the whole idea of the channel is to provide, like, you know how YouTube provides the platform for us to do this? I feel like I am privileged now to offer this channel as a platform to do what we do here, which is to invoke the healing power of love, bring it into our lives from up above, and spread it around like seeds. All around us, every day, okay? All day, every day. Thank you very much. Hey, Tina Miller, I just saw that. Bill Gates is here tonight, okay? So, Tina, if you've got a shortfall, maybe reach out to Bill. I don't know. Maybe he's feeling generous tonight. He said he wants to talk about investing in the Tarot Lumination retreat. How about that? So we're going to do that. We're going to follow up with Bill Gates in person. I'll probably just do that later. We'll see what happens. But thank you, Bill. Thank you for hanging out here. You're a good man. I respect you. By the way, I want to let you know all my computer systems are Windows. I don't do Apple. I don't have an iPhone. I don't have a MacBook Pro. I don't have any of that stuff, Bill. Okay? I know that it was a big tussle between you and Steve. There's like the Steve Jobs, the Bill Gates thing, and like this, socio-political differential going on. Yeah. So anyway, there's a reason why I choose PC, Bill. I'm not saying it's because I love you, man. I love you, man, but, I think we, astrologically, we might share a whole bunch of things where we resonate, So there's Tarot Lumination, resonating and vibrating, and then there's Bill Gates resonating and vibrating, and all of a sudden it's just like, hey man, I dig you. Yeah, we're on the same frequency. Bill Gates, you're kind of like a mega mogul over here, multi-billionaire, transforming the world. And here's Tarot Lumination over here, a mini mogul transforming the world in different ways. Thank you to your computer systems. The PC, Windows. I have Windows 10 right here. Yeah, it's right here right now. I have the most powerful little laptop you can get, and it's still very, very hard work for the computers to transmit the way that I like and want to transmit with this channel. But we're doing the best, right, Bill? You and me, we got this, all right, Bill? Got it? Got it. We're strong, man. We're strong, okay? All right, thanks, Bill. Okay. Tati, I don't really have any puppet shows tonight lined up. It takes me a lot of nerve to get to do even the slightest puppet show. I started off doing that, and anyway. So, yeah. Okay, anyway. Thank you so much. Now, it seems there's been a lot of chatter over there about the real estate that's going on with Tina. Okay, it's understandable. It's a huge deal when you do real estate stuff like this. There's so much at stake. I wish you all the best, Tina. Let's make this happen, okay? Let's send the healing power of love to Tina from up above so that the real estate thing works out in a way that's amicable, well-balanced, and in the most loving, equitable way possible for all parties, so that Tina gets what she wants and the other parties get what they want, okay? Yeah. Tina is Apple all the way. I'm sorry, Tina. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, Tina. It's okay. You can be an Apple type, Steve Jobsy type of person if you want to be over here. I'm not going to judge you. I particularly just chose Bill. I chose Bill. I'm not trying to suck up to Bill right now. I just felt it in my instincts. I just wanted like open systems, open platforms, universal stuff where I can use all sorts of universal softwares, open softwares, and I don't have to live in the bubble of Apple. I respect the bubble of Apple. It's just not for me personally. There you go. Thank you, Tina. Tati agrees. Listen, we're not going to go into a computer war here. I just, maybe I shouldn't have said anything. I was just trying to like connect with Bill, you know? Anyway, what can you do? Oh, okay, so Bill, we'll talk later, all right? I better get off this subject. Otherwise, I'm going to get in trouble from all the Apple Steve people, all right? All right, here we go. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for being here. So I want to tell you people, Jeffrey's here tonight. Jeffrey's an extremely smart person when it comes to finance and business and stuff. So if he's got any little tips for you, or if you've got any quandaries or puzzles about finance, money, and all that kind of stuff, you might want to check in with Jeffrey, okay? Smart fellow. We've had our interactions, Jeffrey. Okay? Thank you for being here. Okay. Yeah, what can you do? Yeah. All right, so what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to play a song for Tati while I get set up to see if we can figure out these readings, okay? All right, stay there. Okay, hang in, people. This one's for Tati. Yeah, well, look at that. Look at that. So thank you, Lena. Thank you for sponsoring the group reading. Thank you, Jeffrey, for sponsoring the group reading. We're always open for more. Infinite supplies of gratitude available to all donors for the group reading. Okay? Thank you so much. So that song we played right now, just it was called You Belong to No One. Terra Lumination in Another Identity long ago made that song, and that's kind of what we sounded like live. We would just go up, do a concert, plug in and play, and that's what we sounded like. Yeah, it should have been an FM radio hit, but we had a lot of disasters in the music industry at that time. I took it very personally. Thank you very much. Okay? Yeah. So I'll put that over at the side here. Thank you, Tati, for requesting. It's nice to know you're wanted, okay? So I'm going to put that stuff over here. Leave plenty of room. We'll check in, everybody. Okay, so we have personal readings lined up already tonight. We've got Jeffrey, we've got Pat, and we've got Tati, courtesy of Legendary Tarot. Thank you very much. Yeah, I love the keyboards, Lena. I just like... I freaking love those keyboards, man. I have to admit, I have to tell you. Hold on, let me just check in. I want to talk with you guys. Hey, 1, 2, 3. What's going on? Okay, hold on. Hey, yeah. So, yeah. Hi, Lena. Yeah, I know you're a keyboard. Hey, everybody. Lena is kind of a natural gifted keyboard player. And she sent me some songs recently. We can't play them on the channel because of copyright issues, apparently. But anyway, she resonates very closely with the keyboards. And I'm just relating because I've been spoilt over the years when I was a kid doing pop groups and pop music and stuff and bands and all that. And I was very lucky to have some amazing musicians that were working with me, and singers, all sorts of stuff. I'm mostly about the guitar and things, but yeah, wow. Yeah, that keyboard player, Lena, his name was Dominic King. I don't know if you'll find him today, but anyway, he was freaking epic. You know, 2 keyboards at once, simultaneously. Freaking wow. Total rock, man. And hey, 1, 2, 3, greetings. Hey, Faye Bell, 1, 2, 3. Faye Bell. Yeah. And so, okay, you know what I'm thinking? Here's what I'm feeling, okay? Because it's a very tiny crowd tonight. Here's what you know what I like to do when we have a really tiny crowd. If there are some people out there who we can call, what are they called? Silent supporters. In other words, if you're trolling around out there and you're watching the channel, but you're essentially like a newbie, and you've never been here before, you've never done anything like this before, and you've wanted to have your own personal tarot reading in public for free, I'm willing to consider, I'm not going to promise it because I don't know what's going to happen tonight, but if there's enough people, like 3, 4, 5 to 7 absolute strangers who want to take the plunge into the deep waters of Terra Lumination channel, and put your name in the hat, we might be able to consider doing a lucky draw tonight for a complete newbie. Complete, utter newbie. All right? It's just an idea. It's just an idea. I basically put all your names on a post-it note. I shake it up, put it into a magic pot, and then we pull a lucky winner, and then you get a reading with that. Okay? Simple, really. So, yeah, okay. It's just an idea. I just thought I'd put that out there. Yeah. So we have a Pisces moon tonight. Very sensitive, very delicate. Thank you, Jack. Jack's back! Hold on, people. Hey, Jack, you must be a friend of Bill Gates. I see all those big numbers. I love big numbers. Big is good. Bigger is better for the channel. You got that, Jack? Hey, everybody, just as long as you know, just want you guys to know, everybody, Jack is one of those mystery donors. He just shows up out of the blue, throws money in the pot, and says, go for it, people. Like last time he did that, he said, here, Terra Lumination, here's some money. Just, spread it around, give a few readings to a couple people who are deserving. So, yeah, Jack is back. Ha! There's another way to look at that, Jack, but I don't do it myself. I'll just do that. It's just a little tiny tease on the window. This is not Jack, but it's something similar, okay? I'm just going to put it as Jack is back. Okay, hey, Robin. Oh, Robin's Realm's putting something in. Okay, let me just get back to the stage. I have to get back to the stage to do this. Okay, hold on. Stay there, people. Give me a moment. Thank you, Jack. I'll just put it like this. Jack is back. And that's as good a name as any. Monster donation there from Jack. I'm just going to put it over here to the side with all the group stuff, and we're going to use it. We're going to spread it around like jam. Okay? And Robin's Realms readings just put in something as well into the pot. So we'll put that, and she kind of left it open for personal or for group. Okay? So we'll put one or the other. Personal or group. We'll see how things go. So thank you so much, everybody. It's a beautiful thing that's happening here. Woo! Okay. Okay. So Jack, if you suddenly become extremely popular with everyone else online, it's obvious. Money talks. You're like, everybody wants to be your friend. Cheers. Terra Lumination included. Thank you. So, everyone here tonight, you can officially thank Jack because Jack is back. And we got money in the pot. We're going to keep rolling. We're off to a really super start, even though there's only a small number of people here. Love rules, people. Love rules. And money itself, the actual phenomenon of money, the concept of money, the energy of money can be just as equally infused with love as any other thing in society in this world. Okay? So let's just allow for that. Okay, see again. Okay, Jack has put it on the screen. Okay, it's not for Jack. It's purely for someone else. Like if there's, okay, let's put it this way. Thank you, Jack. What I'll do, if you don't mind, I'm going to run with that a little bit. How about this? Dear audience, whoever's out there, I don't know how to do this in a way that's really, really fair, but I'd like to, this is kind of sound really weird, but who is the most desperate person here tonight who absolutely needs a reading more than anyone else? And we'll put you on the Jack is Back list to get a bit of the sweetness from there, okay? Yeah, we let love rule, okay? Tati, you're already set up. Path, you're already set up. Jeffrey, you're already set up. Jeffrey, you're already set up. Lena's already set up over here. Anyone who out there, you never forget what you encountered here last year. Jack, I have no idea what you're talking about. That was like, if that's over a year ago, I don't have a clue. I don't even remember the reports for the monthly reports after I've put them out there. I don't have a clue. My brain is like a sieve. I don't store up anything. Ah, 1, 2, 3 wants one. Okay, we're going to put it. We're going to put you. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put Robin over here in personals. Okay. And let's make a bit of room here. I'm going to put 1, 2, 3 over in the personals. 1, 2, 3. So we're actually at the point where things are piling up enough where I don't know how many more I can take, okay? Let's have a look. So I'm probably going to have to clear the screen to make room because we're getting to the point where we have to get on with the show itself, okay? Okay. All right, so actually let's put all these. Okay, I'm just going to put Jack over here as part of the group thing anyway, because I'm going to allocate some of that towards the group. But essentially, this is for the group reading, okay? And this is the individual. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 individual readings, okay? So let's leave it at that for now. Let's see how the show goes. Frittily wants one. Okay, let's do that. I can handle that, okay? Frittily wants one, and Tina wants a card for her house, okay? We'll put Frittily for one over here, and we'll start. You know what we could do? Oh, I know what we could do. I could start doing, oracles. Okay, how about that? Then we can get more people, more readings. So Tina wants a card for the house. Tina wants an oracle. Okay, so this could shed some light on the situation. It's not going to be the be-all and end-all, but it will be like it'll throw some light on the subject. Okay, how about that? All right, let's get started, people. Let's do some work. We got work to do. Okay. All right. Okay, let's see. How are we going to do this? How am I going to do this? Hey, Christina, what's up? Hey, greetings, greetings. So Christina's here tonight, and she has bright blue letters. That means she has the ability and permissions to operate as a moderator. So if there are any psychos and weirdos out there who are trying to destabilize the show, then Christina can just nuke them with a button. She can just go, and they're gone. They get obliterated from the show, just like a crazy video game. Yay, all right? Okay. Elizabeth wants one. Let's just do it anyway. We're going to just do an oracle, okay? I'm just going to, because I don't know how many I can handle, Elizabeth. The screen is filled up very quickly. Elizabeth K. So I'll put it down for an oracle. And if we have time, if I have enough energy left, I can turn it into a fuller reading. But for now, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 readings, and that's going to be close to as much as I can handle, okay? Tina, you'll get an oracle. Elizabeth, you'll get an oracle, okay? And anyone after that gets an oracle, because I can't probably handle anymore. I don't want to scare people away or say, whoever shows up now is too late. I don't want to do that. We can have fun anyway, okay? So, here we go. First of all, let's start with the group reading, all right? Okie dokie. Let's do this. So I'm going to put all of this over here, like so. I'll probably just do this in a very sort of ordinary, timely, ordered type thing, the way they have the cards already laid out, the post-its already laid out. So there's no ambiguity, and, whoever's late, you'll just have to either be patient or watch it later on the action replays if you can't stay for the whole show. Meanwhile, let's go for the group reading, all right? Let's do that right now. Thank you, Lena. Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you, Jack. We're going to do a group reading for everybody here tonight. And you kind of know what that's like. The duck one. Hey, Irma. Okay, so everybody, this is kind of where everything gets a little bit weird because I'm going to invite you all as individuals to invite your invisible friends kind of into the campfire, the center at the core. It doesn't mean you have to pay attention to the reading itself. All I'm asking is that you basically I do this. I mean, it sounds kind of so cheesy, and I sometimes I'm so embarrassed to talk about this in public. I don't mind so much here on the channel, but I can't really talk about this stuff with the people that I know in my three-dimensional regular life, except a couple of people, because there are very few people, honestly, who operate at these frequencies that we do here at Terra Lumination. And I'm so happy that we can do this here and that we are operating at these frequencies. So this is just for us here tonight, and anyone who actually watches the show later on as an a silent viewer, a silent supporter. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's do this, people. I'm going to use my heart spread, because the whole purpose of the channel is ultimately to get our conscious, three-dimensional, cerebral self closer and closer into alignment with our heart core, as though there are no chakras, there are no energy centers, there is no differentiation between all the different components of the body. What I like to do personally, I'm just going to share this quickly with you so that you understand the perspective from which Terra Lumination is operating. Let me see if I can get this for you. I've shown this many times now on the channel, but it's probably the easiest, fastest, quickest way for me to show you what it's like for Terra Lumination over here. Okay, so I've got this healing book that I love. It's my sort of... Hey, Naomi, I see you. Hey, Faye Bell. Okay, hold on. So what I strive for as Terra Lumination as a person is when I do my energy healing every day, my spiritual cleaning, my, let's say, fluffing the aura. I like to think of it, somebody called it fluffing the aura, and I thought that's a really perfect description for the self-healing practices that I like to do. And so you'll notice that this is actually quite hard to maintain. Once you reach these levels and frequencies, it's a very satisfying, delicious way to live. The question is maintaining these frequencies, okay? It's a lot of work, okay? It's like kind of being a nuclear reactor. And if you'll notice here, there's there's actually a human figure in here, but you'll notice everything emanates from the heart core, okay, right here. And there is no differentiation between the different so-called chakras or energy centers. It all becomes one glowing, radiant disco ball of love, okay? And that's how I personally like to operate, and that's because I enjoy it so much. I want to share that with you, and I'm trying to help people find ways that they can operate like this as well. Because once you know this and feel this and have this and understand how to create this and maintain this, you don't want anything else, okay? You don't need anything else, all right? There you go. Faye Bell. I don't know what that means. I will take your word for it. This channel is very violet ray. So I hope that's a good thing. Thank you so much. Here we go, people. It is a Pisces moon tonight, so it is a very, very celestial, very Neptunian, very spiritual energy under which we are living, especially since it resonates very strongly with the Capricorn and the Taurus energy that's very strong right now, okay? So let's just go for it, okay? Okay, here we go. So hang in, people. I'm just going to take it for granted that you have invited your invisible friends from up above, and now you can float around freely around the campfire. You can jump and pretend your imagination, you're spiritually naked, and you're just jumping around the campfire in circles this way and circles that way, and you're in the flow with everybody, and everybody is in the flow with you, and you become a glowing, radiant disco ball of love. Hi, Sheila Marie. Oh gosh. Thank you, whoever said that, something about the violet rays. I like the sound of it. Sounds really cool. Hey, Kathy Bethel, I see you. All right, here we go. Let's just see what happens. So it's kind of like being at one of those local village, free movie entertainment nights at the local village hall. And some people go there just because of the community and they don't really pay attention to the movie. I understand that. Don't worry. But if you want to watch the movie and enjoy that, you can too. It kind of doesn't matter. The energy's still there anyway. Here we go. Here's the very heart core center of us right now. The heart needs what it needs, it wants what it wants, and it's praying all day, every day, almost like a living thing in itself, that our cerebral selves understand that, and so that we can bring everything into alignment to the core, so that we can be a glowing disco ball of love. That's what the heart loves to be, that's what the heart strives to be and wants to be, and it's the best thing it can be, okay? And it's the most challenging for our cerebral selves, because it means ultimately we have to love thyself, which is actually extremely hard to do for a lot of people. Okay, here we go. Over here, the energy of, think of it as legacy energy. Where are we coming from tonight? Whatever that is. What's in your bag? What's in your suitcase? What's your history? What is your resume? Over here, the healing power of now. This is where all our power lies. If you read all those books on the power of now, then you will understand. It's a totally different thing actually living it out, being in the now. It means being almost utterly fearless. You're no longer preconditioned by the past, and your so-called future is no longer predetermined or predicated on the past, okay? You're just in the now, okay? And then the future, the so-called future, unfolds as a result of being in the now and making the most important decisions of all, the healing power of your decisions, to love thyself in the now. And that's actually very hard to do, but that's what we do here at Terra Illumination. So how do we do that? So that it actually works, so that we can create an outcome that we call our lives. Okay, we are co-creating with the planets. We're co-creating with the healing power of love that surrounds us all day and all night from up above. We're swimming in it, okay? And here's what happens. What does this look like when we're in the zone and we're actually doing this? We're in, let's say, in harmony with our heart energy, and our cerebral, our disembodied chakras and energy centers are actually becoming unified. What does that look like? What does it look like when we are out of alignment with ourselves and we're making decisions from our limbic system and from our, amygdala, like just raw animals, or just from gut reflexes based on fear? What does that look like? Losses, of course. Over here, the momentum. What is generated as the energy field for the next pulse of the heart? Okay, let's have a look. Over here, let's have a look. So we're surrounded by the Empress energy. This is the weather, okay? So this is very, very luscious. I feel this is directly related to the planetary alignments at this very, very moment in time. Sure, there are a lot of stressful things, okay, always going on, but it's just kind of sweet round between the Pisces moon and the Capricorn energy and the Taurus energy, and it's luscious, it's earthly, it's tangible, it's tactile, you can feel it in your body. That's what's out there right now. In other words, right now it feels like we're actually at the core heart center. The heart is saying, you know what, people? Guess what? I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. You are there with me. I am there with you. We are very close to being in alignment the way Terra Illumination always talks about. But this is an indication that it's actually happening, okay? It's there. Now let's just say the potential is right there, okay? We're in the perfect place at the perfect time with the right people for the right reasons for this to happen. Let's have a look at the heart, okay? Okay, with the King of Swords here, my feeling is the heart knows this, and it's about time it gets, let's say, brought into open discussion, open dialogue, like this is the truth. It's like, it's almost like this is a disembodied angel spirit that has jumped into the reading from outside the reading, from one of your invisible friends or Terra Illumination's invisible friends or somebody out there, and from the realms of like psychic mediumship, they decided, you know what? Nobody needs to know who I am. Although I am here, I am the King of Swords energy contained in this card, and I come from the great beyond. And my heart center energy is telling you that everybody on this channel right now needs to know and understand that it's about time this stuff gets understood properly on a global scale. Thank you very much. Okay, it isn't just a mythology. It isn't just a bunch of crackpots hanging out on YouTube. This stuff is real, okay? I am the heart center of all of this, and I want you to know this. I know this already. Why doesn't everybody else know this? Yes, it's challenging. Yes, it's tough to be this way, but it is the way of truth, and it is the way to happiness, okay? It's like, I am the truth, okay? The heart knows this. That's what the heart wants. It's almost like, please, people, understand the truth of what is happening right now, the truth of what is being spoken. And you don't have to say it as though it's like Tarot Lumination is like a love guru. It's Tarot Lumination. He's just saying, by the way, I just want you guys to know that Tarot Lumination is simply an instrument, okay? Tarot Lumination is an instrument of an instrument, and I myself, this card here right now, am an instrument of an instrument of an instrument. I am a celestial being that has taken advantage and full advantage of this channel and this reading right now to respond back to you guys that you need to understand how true this is. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, what are we bringing in with us? Okay, the Ten of Swords. So it's all of us need to understand that we're all here in some way, shape, or another, carrying the maximum amounts of pain that we can carry in a physical body in a lifetime, and it's right now. And the thing is, if you don't know this, if you're not aware of this, then it makes it harder and harder to be a recipient of the healing power of love. Because unless you acknowledge all the pain and the suffering and the trauma that you have either brought upon yourself, or that we have brought upon each other, or that someone has brought upon you as the individual, you can't heal this stuff. You've got to reveal it to heal it. And then he says, finally, this phrase that Tarot Lumination keeps babbling about all the time needs to be understood. You've got to reveal it to heal it. You've got to reveal, in other words, listen, people, you've got to reveal your pain. You have to understand it. You have to come into contact with your pain, the deepest source of your pain. Put it into language, put it into words, become consciously aware of it so that it can be healed. So everybody in the room, please bring in your worst pain, your worst suffering, your worst nightmares, okay? Put that in your pocket and then be prepared to lay it out on the table right now. Okay, over here, what about now? Okay, what about now? We have like the Hierophant. So sorry, these images are getting blown out by the lighting here. Excuse me. I'm going to try and compensate by shuffling the cards around. So with the Hierophant here, my feeling is that the way the story is unfolding right now, here and now, it's like this is a very, very solemn moment here at this very moment in time. At this very, very moment in time, the Hierophant energy is saying, thank you, dear Heart Center, for speaking the truth. Thank you, dear Heart Center, for explaining things in very unambiguous ways. It's about time this happened. Thank you very much, because this is a pathway to alignment. This is let's say, this is the way to do things by the book. This is how we reprogram ourselves, reformat ourselves to recreating a more highly evolved code of life, okay? Okay? And we do that through our decisions, okay? Based on the understanding of what we just talked about here. I don't want to keep repeating all that stuff, but the Hierophant energy is saying, please, understand it is so important to live in the now, to be present in the now, and to be willing, ready, and able to carry all your pain and suffering in the now, understanding that that's just a component of the now. It is not your life. It's not our lives. It's just a component, and everybody has that to some degree. And we need to integrate that into our systems as a new code of understanding, because once you are constantly aware of what needs to be healed, then you have a chance for healing. And that needs to be codified, written into our code, like computer code, okay? Like an algorithm. Thank you very much. Okay, so once we do that, we get more empowered to make decisions. it actually becomes more and more difficult the more, let's say, the more you resonate and increase your frequencies of love. It actually becomes more and more difficult to get there and maintain that and stay there. It requires work, okay? It becomes natural after a while, but to get there it can require a lot of work. So when we're there, this requires a lot of commitment and work, okay? And so once we do that, let's say making the healing power of our decisions, okay? Well, it's all about healing in the end. My channel here at Lumination, where I feel like I'm a conduit, an instrument of an instrument, is all about bringing the healing power of love into our lives from up above. And that is an art form. It is truly, in other words, what I just talked about here, okay? Let's just say Tarot Lumination is your reader tonight for this stuff. What came out here in the storyline is actually part of the process of healing, which is self-healing, which is how all healing ultimately works in the end. It happens inside your body. Influences come at you externally. But once you make the decision to love thyself, love is almost synonymous with healing. When you love thyself, you're healing yourself. When you are healing yourself, you love thyself. When you love thyself, you're becoming the most, let's say, empowered person that you can be as an individual for this planet, which is the best thing you can do for this planet, which is the best thing you can do for your loved ones around you, and the bigger circle of love that surrounds you, okay? Surrounding you, okay? So how do you do this effectively? Making constant decisions to do the most loving thing. What is the most loving thing I can do for myself right now, and how do I do that? Where do I get that from, okay? Well, you can pray, of course. You can make invocations, of course. However you want to do it. We all have our own themes. So how do we do it effectively? Okay, to me it looks like we tap into our physical body, our physical resources. Your body is the temple of the spirit, okay? This is a very, very, very deeply powerful physical card. What I'd like you all to do, I'm kind of stepping out of the reading here. I'm asking you, like in your song and dance, in your reverie, as you go around the campfire, as you're living in the moment here and now, what I would like you to do is each one of you to stop and kind of have a look at yourself. Gaze down at your body, gaze down at your arms, gaze down at your hands, gaze down onto the people next to you, the person next to you. Turn around, look around. Imagine you are in a room and each one of us here has, let's say, this magic, powerful, very valuable ingredient inside of you, which is the healing power of love. Think of this as a massive, massive, massive token of love, and you think to yourself, wow, my whole body is an instrument. Your whole body, your physical body is an instrument, okay, in one way, shape, or another, okay? What are we going to do with that right now? So you look at it it's like a snapshot, literally at that moment in time, clickety click. My gosh, what exactly am I doing with my body right now? What am I doing with my resources, my talents, my gifts, my assets, my strength, like the actual measurable energy of the healing power of love, okay? As a measurable commodity. What am I doing with that right now? It's an incredible experience to realize that you can live your life that way. What are you going to do with that right now? Making your decisions. It's an amazing opportunity. At any moment in time, you can just squander this opportunity or you can take advantage of it, okay? We, of course, here on this channel, we take advantage of that. This is a card of sacred opportunity, okay? And in so doing, we co-create, okay? We co-create a new life where we start to leave behind us anything and everything that is no longer viable, things that don't work, superfluous stuff like, retail therapy, heavy-duty self-medicating to avoid having to heal thyself, endless amounts of three-dimensional crippling drama, crippling ties, crippling relationships, crippling situations, people, dynamics, locations, anything that is not healthy for you. You systematically, one by one by one by one, we remove ourselves from anything and everything that doesn't work. We leave it all behind. We bless it, and we move on into a more serene, more peaceful environment. That is evolutionary growth, okay? Let's overlook over here. So what happens when we're in the vibe? Okay, this is really super high frequency energy. It's hard to get here. It's hard to maintain here, but we are being commanded to get here, okay? This is a command. The heart demands this, okay? And the outcome of the healing power of now demands this as well. In other words, the King of Wands here is going to validate back to you anytime and every time that you commit to the process of love thyself, okay? Think of this as a process, as a phenomenon. Whenever you do that, out of the thousands of decisions that you make every day, then the King of Wands validates you. It basically gives you the thumbs up and says, well done. Well done, Faye. Well done, Lena. Well done, Sheila. Well done, Path. Well done, Legendary. Well done, Angie. Well done, Tati. Well done, everyone who's been here tonight. Well done. You have my blessing. You are an incredible person. It takes incredible strength, courage, integrity, kindness, passion, desire, intent to get this way and to be this way. So I commend you for being here and being this way. I bless you. I am the King of Wands. And of course, if you renege on yourself, if you chicken out, if you refuse to comply, then guess what? This just vaporizes. You lose all of that. You lose all the opportunity. Over here, let's have a look at the momentum, okay? So, to me, with the Five of Pentacles here, we come to realize that together as groups, as individuals, we're all connecting with each other. A lot of our sense of happiness, growth, stability is contingent upon our relationships with each other. In other words, if we conduct ourselves in life where we try to act and fake it as though we are complying with this command from up above, and we're not actually doing it sincerely, then we realize in a very painful way that we're condemning ourselves to poverty and impoverishment and segregation from the love that you deserve, okay? You could easily have all of these Five Pentacles if you wanted to, but if you don't comply with if you don't abide by the process here, if you don't abide by the laws of the universe, the laws of attraction, then we end up condemning ourselves to impoverishment, okay? All the assets that are out there and available become unavailable because we've made poor decisions about how we conduct ourselves with each other and how others conduct themselves with us. So it becomes very contingent. It becomes very, very sensitive and delicate to make sure that you're hanging out with the right people. It means, I'm sorry to say, this sounds like discrimination or let's say prejudice, but what I'm suggesting is please make sure here in this reading that you keep good company. Make sure that you keep really, really good company. We all keep really good company with people who abide by these processes, these formulas, abide by the healing power of love, and make the really tough choices to face it and handle it, or suffer accordingly. In other words, it's your choice, it's your decision, okay? All the assets are there, okay? What decisions are we making? Our decisions are incredibly important now, okay? We need to understand that. And you're not isolated, okay? None of us are isolated here. We're all connected. Our energy is all connected, okay? So we can be really, really good at empowering each other. And it's very easy for one single entity to completely disempower someone or something else. Okay? And I have some very sad stories about that I could convey with you later at another time, but that's personal stuff. This is for everybody here and now. I don't want to contaminate this reading with my own sob stories about this. There's still plenty of pentacles here, but what decisions are we making, okay? Be aware of the healing power of our decisions, okay? Thank you very much, everybody. Let's have some music, okay? Okay, okay. Yeah, okay. Okay. Okay, let's have a look. I need to put on some tunes right now. Give me a second here. I gotta chill. All right, we're up, people. Okay, we're moving on to the next part of the show. This is where it gets personal. Jeffrey, you're up. Okay? Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for being here, sharing your energy with us. Okay, all of us here tonight. Let's have a look. Okay, cards are well shuffled, okay? So I'm just going to pull this out, Jeffrey. I'm just going to leave it totally open and random. Whatever you need to hear will come to you. You know what to do. Invite your invisible friends. They're all out there waiting for you. They love to be invited to these events. It's like party time as far as they're concerned. It doesn't even matter what the reading says. What counts is the love at the core and just being there, knowing that, dear Jeffrey, you have invisible friends around you all the time. And they're always there ready for you at any moment in time. They're not going to interfere with your decision-making process. That's you. That's your life. That's why you're here on the planet. But they will do everything they can to support you. Okay? Okay, bless this deck. Bless every single card. Bless the channel. Bless the platform. Bless all of you tonight. Bless the computers, the internet, everything that it takes to get this to happen, that we can do this amazingly freakish, weird stuff here on this channel. Okay, here's the situation. Here's the challenge. Here's how we're going to handle it. And let's look at the weather, okay? So right now, we have the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, to me, this is like a really, really good endorsement that... Like you're in the zone right now, Jeffrey, and you just needed to hear that. It needed to come at you from somebody, from somewhere else, as a validation, so that you don't have to wonder if you are in the zone or not. My feeling here with the 9 of Pentacles is this is a very, very powerful endorsement that you are in the zone when it comes to anything to do with the Pentacles here. Self-love, self-worth. Money, finances, resources, talents and gifts, independence, the ability to take care of yourself, the ability to live a life where you don't have to answer to, let's say, debilitating, conditional relationship dynamics. It's a very beautiful energy to have surrounding you, Jeffrey. Oh, hey, Sheila, thank you very much. Thank you for being here. I just saw your name pop up on the screen here. All right, thank you very much. Jeffrey, let's have a look. What's the situation? Okay, well, with the Judgment card, my feeling is that, you know, there's some kind of divine intervention going on here at this point in your life where if you have been seeking redemption, reconciliation, forgiveness, in some ways that's conditional on being ready, willing, and able to offer forgiveness, freedom, and blessings to anyone and anything else that may have felt, that you may have felt as being a limiting factor in your life. This is an extremely liberating energy, and my feeling is that the way to liberation and the freedom that you seek or that you deserve is blessing your enemies. Blessing all the challenges that you've endured, blessing all the pain and suffering that you've had to carry, blessing all the challenges that come your way, blessing all the challenges that are going to continue to come your way, treating them as gifts, gifts of opportunity, okay? Opportunity to liberate, okay? I was talking with a friend today, Jeffrey, where we met up for lunch, a very brief, short, simple little lunch. I just had French fries. That was it. My French fries and some aioli like dip, okay? And that was enough for me. But we discussed something that's been happening here at the channel, and I'm going to share this with you, Jeffrey, because I think you would understand. There are certain things that are happening behind the scenes here at Terra Lumination that I feel are very unjust. And if I let that sense of injustice own me or dominate me, then it just creates a very toxic bile which infects the whole channel. When I look at the channel itself and I rise above the injustice that I'm sensing, and I realize it's a freaking miracle we can do this at all. Have this channel, be in this place, share ourselves, our energy, our time, our resources the way we're doing it right now. It's extremely liberating. And so I forgive the channel. I forgive the platform for the challenges that I'm having to endure right now. And so I'm suggesting that there is some kind of parallel story that's happening with you in your life right now. Okay, Jeffrey? I hope that makes sense to you. That was the only way I could explain it. I had to kind of go out of the reading a little bit, bring in a little anecdote from my own life, and share that with you. Blessing your enemies is doesn't mean you're condoning them, okay? It doesn't mean you're giving them permission to continue to do whatever it is that causes harm. You're just literally blessing them. It's like a way of immunizing yourself from the toxicity, and you liberate yourself from other people's intrusions or impediments that affect you. Some people don't like the healing power of love. Some people don't like the light. They don't want the light. They don't want that stuff to happen because they're intimidated by it. It means they're frightened. They don't want to change. They don't want to evolve. They don't want to grow. That's not your problem, Jeffrey. That's their problem. Bless them on their way, okay? What's the challenge with all of this? Okay. Wondering whether you can do it or not. To me, it feels like, Jeffrey, you put tremendous amount of pressure on yourself, put a tremendous amount of expectations, and let's say demands, okay, in order to be successful. It's understandable. If you have certain gifts that are potentially very valuable and they need to be understood and valued, and yet for some reason it doesn't seem to equate with you, where there is some kind of just really almost like offensive injustice, where the actual process or sensation or feeling of being successful, feeling of being a winner is denied to you, that's a big problem. That can trigger a lot of like bitterness and resentment and anger, which actually impedes your own liberation, okay? So that's a bit of a sticky problem, okay? And it, like, you know, with this energy here, you don't want to mess with this because this is really good for you. And you're dealing with things that a lot of people, Jeffrey, can't handle. Things that are actually very hard to handle in the physical plane. Things like money and what it actually means in this life and success with money. How do you measure wealth? How do you measure happiness? How do you measure stability in this life? And you are going deep into that world. You're already deep into that world if you're a financial broker. It's very tough to do that ethically and responsibly and effectively. So how are we going to do this? Okay. It means coming full circle. To me, it's let's just say it comes down to a reminder. Maybe, Jeffrey, you needed to be here tonight simply to be made aware and to get a reminder that you do carry some kind of ingredient inside of you, what I would think of as very noble in terms of the real understandings of money, the real understanding of wealth, and what wealth really means, what wealth and happiness really means in terms of how do you create wealth, how do you accumulate wealth, how do you manage wealth, how do you protect wealth, all of that stuff. This is, to me, it looks like it's my job to remind you, you've already got this, Jeffrey. You've already got this. And however scary it is for you to go deeper and deeper into your world of being Jeffrey, you've already got it. So it's just like, don't forget that. You're already on path. You just have to keep going. It's almost like no matter how challenging it is, no matter if however you're scared you are that you might fail, you've got it, okay? You have the thing. It's very hard to do what you do effectively. It's very hard to be that kind of person effectively. So when it's not happening like right now, in the amount or the way that you think you deserve, please understand that's part of the physical process. When we're dealing with physical three-dimensional reality, the energy of Saturn kicks in very significantly. Time, patience, money, endurance, commitment, all those things, responsibility, earthly three-dimensional physical realities. That's what you're dealing with here. You're doing a really good job already. Don't forget it. All right? That's your reading, Jeffrey. Okay, I'm going to put on a piece of tune, a little happy tune. Okay? Okay. I'm going to put on Fighting Well. Okay, this is for you, Jeffrey. You're doing a good job, and no matter how challenging it gets, sometimes you have to keep fighting, okay? Here we go. All right. All right, Path. Okay, Path, you're up next, all right? This one's for you. Thank you very, very much. Thank you, everyone, for the super chats. It really, you're making the channel. You guys are literally making the channel. Okay? I'm not going to give you my self-pity story about what's not working. We're going to focus on the positive here, and that's you guys. You guys are making this channel work. Thank you so much. All right? Okay, Path, you're up. I'll see you on the stage. Okay, I'll see you on stage. All right? See you there. All right, here we go. Now let's have a look, people. All right, so there is a lot of challenge going on with the technology right now and the internet. I can see it here because there are lots of, like, you know, it's like driving a car here behind the channel, behind what you see here. We're doing the show, but I have to keep, like, you know, like when you're driving somewhere, let's just say all of you know how to drive and you have driving licenses and you can get into a car and drive. You know how you have to concentrate on the driving, but you also have to pay attention to the dashboard, okay? All those little lights and buttons and dials in front of you. So what's happening over here inside the channel, I want to let you know, is that there's a lot of, like, little red lights flashing on the dashboard, and it's an indication that the technology over throughout the internet is being taken to the absolute maximum. It's like we are redlining at the moment. Some of it is to do with the amount of pressure. I personally put a huge amount of pressure onto the technology here with all the broadcasting and the internet and the lighting and the cameras and the staging. And even I have the most powerful laptop type of computer that you can get, and it's still not enough. It's just not enough. It's as powerful as the most powerful gaming computers, but it's still not enough. Okay? So I just wanted to let you know that. Now, when you add on top of that the other layer that the internet itself has its own challenges, then I wanted to let you know over the last 2 minutes, everything was redlining, like, whoa, 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 whoa. But we're still here. It did not crash. We have not crashed. We're still going, but I'm trying to take things down a little bit, take the pressure down off of the technology. Okay? There you go. All right, Path, you're up. And you just said, from what I recall earlier, it's just like, okay, whatever happens, happens. Here we go, Path. I'm going completely blind. You're just going to have to trust in the process. Cards are already well shuffled in advance. Thank you very much for being here, Path. Hey, Love Triber. I saw that. Okay. You know what to do, everybody. Hang out, have fun, be happy. It's just going to be hanging out with Terra Lumination now and Path Traveler, but that doesn't mean I'm going to stop you guys from having fun. Do whatever you got to do, okay? Here is the situation. Here is the challenge. Here's how we're going to handle it. We're just going to do what we do here, all right, Path? The weather is 2 of Wands. So to me, it looks like there's a lot of options in front of you right now, like a big, wide open landscape. And there's a big, big question mark here, like, wow, this is absolutely amazing. It's wondrous at the same time as it's very scary. Like, well, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do like with my life? Where does my life want me to go? Where does my heart's desire want me to go? What is my destiny? What is my passion? Who do I really, really want to be? And then how am I going to do it? Interesting. Let's have a look here. What's the situation? Okay, to me it looks like there's a lot at stake here. Okay, so Path, it looks like there's a big question, big questions going on here. Like, you have so much, Path. You have so much to offer. The art, the creativity, the love, the ability to transmit the healing power of love, the healing power of your hands. And you already know that your hands are holy. You know that you are an instrument already. You know that the healing power of love flows through your hands already. And so the big question is, what are you going to do with that? What are you going to do about it? It's not like, oh, this is just like, oh, a coincidence. This is hard-earned over many, many lifetimes. And now you're at this very, very moment in life right now, in this particular lifetime, where this issue, these questions are happening because decisions have to be made. What are we going to do now with all of this? Here's the challenge. Okay, more, like, this is like, so to me it feels like, and again, more big questions, since it feels to me that you're already aware of the healing power of love as an entity, as a phenomenon, as a universal experience for all of us. Not everybody has to go into being some kind of magical healer. Just because you have a pair of hands doesn't mean that you're necessarily going to be an instrument of the healing power of love in terms of, like, a day job, But with the Temperance card here, my feeling is like, part of it is like there's a deep fear of becoming the person where you feel that you are headed. Okay? It's almost like, oh my gosh, am I turning into some kind of instrument of the healing power of love? Oh my gosh, what does that mean for me in my life? I already have a life. What the heck am I supposed to do now with this? If I'm actually an instrument, if I'm actually an instrument of the healing power of love, how does that translate into my life from up above? Oh no, oh no, oh no. This is a beautiful card. This is the card of art. This is the art of living. This is the art of bringing everything that's out of alignment, everything that's dysfunctional, and bringing it back into alignment. It's almost the card of the healer, okay? Oh no, oh no, oh no. What am I supposed to do? How do you handle that? Okay? Again, a really powerful card here, Path. It's just like, wow. I really have to take this seriously. I have to examine my life, my talents, my gifts, my ambitions, my desire, my resources, my sense of destiny much more seriously than I have ever done before. Because I could do this, I could do that. But on the other hand, I feel like I'm being drawn to this and drawn to that. So it means that there's a tremendous amount of power at stake here that needs to be, let's say, brought into alignment. And like, it's really, really important right now to focus on, like, literally getting your act together in such a way that works. Now, how that plays out, that's a whole other thing. But this is a really, 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 to me, it's a really powerful message that this needs to be a big priority right now. Let's say over the next few months, take the time to really explore what we were just talking about here and figure out, what does this actually mean in real life, in my actual day-to-day life? How am I going to gather all my talents, my energy, and focus it in the right direction so that it actually works, so that it is successful, so that I can actually become like the person who seems to be unfolding from inside of me. It's almost like, I'm going to do a visual depiction right now, Path Traveler. It's like it's almost like, actually, let's go back to the other stage. Stay with me, Path. We're still on your reading, but I need to do this, okay? Bear with me. I've never done this before. Okay, Path, this is for you. So to me, I'm going to try and do an illustration. It's almost like, pretend I'm Path Traveler, okay? Pretend I am Path Traveler. And I'm going like this. Wow, yes. I see what you're talking about, Tarot Illumination. And then you kind of go like this, like, whoa. Wow, what is that? Whoa. What is that? Wow, I've got this. I have this. Look at that. Whoa. What is this? I need to take this stuff seriously. Whoa. Whoa. Let's go back. Okay, Path. Do you see that? Do you understand the message here? I hope so. All right. Thank you very, very much. Path, bottom of deck again, is the Two of Wands. Okay? Two of Wands. There you go. Lucky I caught that message on the screen. Okay? All right. I need to play another tune, people. We got to keep moving. See, next up, we have Tati. Tati, I hope you're still here. I don't have the puppets on hand right now, Olson. They're resting. They're in cold storage. Okay, hold on. I got to put on some tunes. I need a bit of a chillax moment here. Okay. So, Tati, it's all about you right now. Yeah, I see you. I saw the stuff come up on the screen. It just came in just now, just before we're pulling the cards. So we're just going to do it general, broad, just like we did for Path, okay? Thank you. Got it. I understand. I understand the situation. Thanks to Legendary, Tati is getting a reading tonight here. Okay, thank you so much. Cards are already well shuffled in advance. I'm going to go to the very last second so that you're a witness. Here we go. All right, let's have a look. See what happens here. All right, here we go. Here's the situation. Here's the challenge. Here's how we're going to handle it. Okay, Tati, remember, bring in your invisible friends, all right? Just get really, really, really present right now. And don't worry about everyone else here. This is just between you and me, all right, Tati? And I am an instrument of an instrument, so you don't have to really do anything except kind of enjoy the process, okay? And everyone else can do whatever they do. Here we go. So with the Fool card around you right now, it's like, to me, you're deeply in the present, deeply, deeply in the moment. You're in the land of anything. It's like, you know, the Wizard of Oz movie, or one of those Cinderella movies, or one of those amazing movies where the adventure just unfolds in a highly, highly unpredictable way that nobody could know except by watching the movie. To me, this is a really strong indication that it's like, please enjoy the process of living your life as though you are the star of your own movie, and the screenplay is being handed to you one scene at a time, one page at a time, and it's already sort of out there, but you have the rights to, let's say, do the revisions as you go along. But you're living in it right now, okay? You're living in the now right now. It's a very beautiful energy. In some ways, it's also very, very scary, but scary can be beautiful. You know, people pay huge amounts of money to go on to very, very scary amusement ride parks, or people spend huge amounts of money making horror films and scary movies and watching scary movies and horror films. Okay? So, do I have to explain that? Let's see, what's the situation here? Okay, Three of Pentacles. So my feeling is that there's a part of you, Tati, which really, really wants to connect with like-minded beings, where there's a part of you that knows that you have a lot to offer, okay? And skills, talents, resources, gifts, abilities that are very, very valuable in some way, shape, or another. And like, maybe we don't necessarily know what this is or how to define it just yet, but I think the situation right now is that, number one, you need to get in a place, sort of like Tarot Lumination here, where we are right now, where you can be appreciated, understood, to be like in the right place with the right people. So in other words, like being in a team environment where like you get endorsed by people who understand you. And then in return, you can offer talents and gifts and resources back to people, the people with whom you are relating. So to me, it feels like team effort. This is like, Tati, the whole vibe is about being with your kind, being with the right tribe, the right people, where you enhance them and they enhance you. Okay? So that you can actually become more and more and more of who you are, what you want to be, and how you do it in a way that is measurable, okay, understandable, and that has a certain degree of value, where in other words, you understand it, you get it, like, oh, people dig me, people understand me, my teammates get me and understand me, they support me, and like sometimes we have to swap out. So as you go through your own advancements and learning processes, then you can actually become an asset to others, just as others become an asset to you. Over here, what's the problem with all of this? Okay, to me, well, with the Six of Swords here, to me it feels like the real problem is like moving on from where you are. If you are in a situation where, let's say, there's a lot of emotional turbulence and things that, let's say, where like to me it feels like where you're stuck in the mud, you're stuck in a, what I would call an evolutionary tide pool of existing circumstances where, let's say, the status quo is all you know. But there's something about the status quo which is no longer acceptable to you. And the big challenge is moving out and above and away from the stagnation of the status quo and bringing only the things that work with you, the things that are really important: knowledge, wisdom, understanding, super high consciousness, good intentions, good wisdom, good knowledge, good learning, good understandings, and then going forward into this place of much higher frequency energies and only being with the people with whom you resonate. And that can mean leaving people behind with whom you do not resonate. Okay? That's a problem. People don't like to change. They don't like to disrupt the status quo. Change is very frightening. People, a lot of times people are absolutely terrified of the unknown. Okay? Because you're going into the unknown. It's uncharted territory. Let's have a look. Literally, uncharted territory. You're heading into the unknown. You're heading into uncharted territory. The uncharted territory is out there for you. It's an invitation. It's just this, it's basically like saying, hey, Tati, you just won the grand prize for a magical mystery tour. Are you now ready, willing, and able to accept your prize? And then you ask yourself the question, oh, wait a minute. It's a magical mystery tour into the great unknown? Wait a minute. Well, can you tell me what it's about? No. Can you tell me where I'm going to end up at the end of it? No. Can you tell me, is there any guarantee or reassurance of stability or amazing outcomes because of this? No. Can you tell me, is it going to be a really bad, horrible experience or an amazing experience? No. Oh my God. So how do you deal with this? Okay, to me it looks like it's really, really simple. You have to trust in your simple physical reality. Like if your body is saying, you know what? I understand what you're talking about, Terra Illumination here, and maybe I should listen. Maybe I should understand this. Maybe I should refocus all my talents and gifts and resources onto this potential new land of like an open landscape where, yeah, maybe I have no idea what's going to happen or what to do or how to do it, but maybe the message is like, go for it anyway. Be willing to take those steps into the great unknown and invest. But do it very, very gently, very, very carefully, one step at a time, on the understanding that there's no rush here. Okay, Tati, there is no rush. It's all about being aware of the situation, the opportunity, and then going very, very gently in the most, let's say, innocent way possible, but just trusting that your physical senses, your physical realities are already acting as like guides for you. And all you have to do is follow the prompts. Okay? I hope that makes sense for you, Tati. I hope that makes sense. All right? Okay. Thank you so much, Tati. That went really quickly, but to me it was a very crystal clear reading. I hope you get something out of this. I'll leave that over here for you to look at for just a moment, and you can watch it again, of course, on the action replays later if you want to. Okay? Bless you, Tati. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for giving Tarot Illumination the opportunity to do this little mini reading for you. Thank you, Legendary Tarot, for sponsoring Tati to have this little bit of like this little nugget here. And let's just hope it has value for Tati, okay? Thank you very much. Okay. Another piece of music, people, please. Okay. Circle of Love. I'm going to play Circle of Love, okay? I'm going to play Circle of Love because I think it relates to the Three of Pentacles. Being with people that you love, okay? And discarding anything and everything that does not resonate with love. Here we go.
La da 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 da, la 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 la, la da 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 da, na 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 na, la da 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 da, la 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 la, la da 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 la la la. I got this message from angels above. Come together in a circle of love. Put down your weapons and unload your guns. Come together in a circle of love. Yeah. La da 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 da, la 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 la, la da 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 da. Going deaf from explosions, screaming babies everywhere. Their blood is flowing to the oceans. Our hearts are numb from trying to care, trying to care. I got this message from angels above. Come together in a circle of love. Put down your weapons and unload your guns. Come together in a circle of love, yeah. La da 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 da, la 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 la, la da 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 da. Soon, when the smoke and dust has lifted and all the rubble has been cleared, and all the bodies will be sifted, their ghosts will walk around for years, years and years, yeah. I got this message from angels above. Come together in a circle of love. Put down your weapons and unload your guns. Come together in a circle of love, yeah. La da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da, I got this message from angels above. Come together in a circle of love. Put down your weapons and unload your guns. Come together in a circle of love, yeah. Da 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 da, la 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 la, la da 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 da, la 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 la.
So there you go. Another little tune from Tarot Illumination. Here we go. Okay, Robin's Realms, you're up. I hope you're still here. Here we go. So, Robin, hope things are good. Hey, you know what? Wait a minute, Robin, you know that song you sent the other day? Maybe there's a way we could play it on the channel. Did I ask you about? I totally freaking forgot. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can find. What's the? Robin, can you tell me the name of the song again? Maybe I can check my files. I know it's here. I've got it here somewhere. Maybe we could play that. It's really you're wonderful. It's called You're Wonderful. You know, wouldn't it be cool if we could actually play that? Hey everybody, I just wanted to let you know that Robin's Realms has a guitar. I think it was a guitar. I can't remember. But she played an amazing tune and she sent it to me. And Robin, if you're still there, can you remind me what the title is or something? Wonderful or something? I'll go check. But maybe we can play it right now. Wouldn't that be cool? Or maybe after your reading. How about that? All right. Anyway, let's get serious here. I'm going to do this. Okay, I'm going to do this. Just for now. All right, here we go. Robin's Realms, you're up. So because Jack was here, Jack Dawson was here earlier, and he put a big bucket of money into the fund for whatever. So we're going to take you from the group reading up to a personal reading. So you get a full-on personal mini reading, okay? All right. Here we go, Robin's Realms. Let's have a look. I'm just going to go completely blind, okay? Totally blind. You're just going to get a generic thing, and whatever shows up is what shows up, okay? You just trust the process. Okay, you're totally in the zone, okay? I'm just taking it for granted, Robin, that you're totally in the zone. You're right here, right now. Clickety-click, clickety-click. And everybody else is doing what they do, having fun, chattering amongst themselves, just enjoying the campfire setting. I don't have any imagery here tonight for the campfire itself or the Tarot Lumination Healing Retreat. All I'm asking is that you visualize this very, very strongly. Remember, Bill Gates was here earlier, and he said he wants to help to sponsor to the Tarot Lumination Retreat. So I'm going to follow up on that. Who knows what'll happen? Maybe this is the real deal. Wouldn't that be freaking awesome? Just for now, Robin's Realms is just you and Tarot Lumination. Everyone else, have fun, do whatever you got to do, okay? Did I just cut them? Sorry, I got distracted by my own jibber jabber. I'm going to do it one last second, one last time. Robin, you know what to do. Shake it all off, shake it off, shake it off, shake it off, and get yourself totally centered. And we're going to read for you right now, all right? And just be here, bring in your invisible friends. Here we go. I think we did shuffle earlier, but I don't care. We'll do it properly. Here's the situation. Here's the challenge. Here's how we're going to handle it. And what's the weather like for you? Let's have a look. So with the Eight of Swords. So, Robin, if you're in a situation where you're puzzled, flummoxed, flabbergasted, perhaps a little bit intimidated by your surroundings right now, wondering whether you can handle your life, wondering how am I going to handle my life, wondering like what are all these strange, bizarre, conflicting energies that are surrounding me right now? How am I going to get through this without becoming discombobulated? It's okay. Sometimes life feels like a puzzle, okay? Think of this as just like you're surrounded by very, very puzzling energy right now. What's the situation? So with the Knight of Pentacles here, my feeling is that what's actually happening is that you're doing a really, really good job of being very present in the moment in a very grounded, stable, realistic way that is based on, let's say, the senses. Sight, hearing, taste, touch, smell, physical reality, okay? And yet here you are on this bizarre channel doing what we do here. So my feeling is that, like, wow, what is actually happening? Like, you're in a situation right now, like you already have your own channel, you do tarot readings and everything already, okay? And that's fine and that's great, but it puts you in a very kind of awkward position, like, wow, how am I actually gonna do this? Like, in a way that instead of like just being like maybe silly fun, but like actually becoming a practice, maybe a business, maybe a long-term venture. How am I going to invest my time and my energy and my resources so that this actually works? And you already know deep down that it does require you to, let's say, live by example, where you actually have to be willing to go into the energy field where we are hanging out right now, on the understanding that it takes a huge amount of self-healing, self-love, solving your own problems, dealing with all your own issues without blaming anyone or anybody else or anything else, and you have to figure it out yourself. In other words, you can't just go be you thinking like, oh, I'm just going to do this now, I'm going to be that now and do that now. It requires like a long-term commitment, a long-term investment, as though you just inherited a small holding or a small family farm, and then you realize, oh my God, what am I going to do with all of this? I have this, I have the gifts, I have the talents and resources, so what am I going to do with this? Here's the challenges. Let's have a look. Just so that you know, everybody, my chat is completely frozen and I don't know why. So I'm just going to hang out and wait. I'm concentrating on Robin's reading. So my feeling here is like, one of the challenges is like dealing with the energy of fate. It's just almost like, let's say, Robin, let's just say, there you were living your life. You're just being Robin's Realms readings, and then you stumbled into this world, and stumbled into Tarot Illumination, you stumbled into the world of digital online retreats, digital online healing, digital online tarot, online, astrology, all the stuff that people do here on these thousands of tarot channels and everything. And then you're wondering, like, well, like, did I get just swept up into this? In other words, do I actually have any say? Do I actually have any control or any kind of like what am I supposed to do with this? My feeling here with the Wheel of Fortune is like understanding and accepting that everything is exactly as it should be. Okay, Robin? So let's say you're just a very practical person at one side of you, and the other side of you is this very cerebral, loving, songwriter person, tarot person, love and healing person, all that kind of stuff. And all you want is to, be loving and be loved, offer your services to the planet in a way that's most effective and most rewarding. In other words, simple, straightforward, like business, okay? And then here you are, the challenge is like, wait a minute, did I ask for this? Am I being forced into this by the so-called fates, by the transiting planets? Wait a minute, wait a minute. I like to be the boss of me. I like to be the boss of my own life. I don't like to be swept along by things that I can't control. Oh, that's a problem. All right. So, how are we going to handle that? Okay, more pentacles here. My feeling is that the way to handle this is treat this as a very long-term self-investment program where, like, Instead of being frightened about where the fates are taking you, where the transits or the planets or the weather or all the astrological influences, your situations, your life experiences, your conditioning, your patterning, your knowledge, your training, whatever it is that you've lived through in life, wherever that's taking you, that already exists, and instead looking at all of it, all the pain and the suffering, all the confusion, all the misunderstandings that really don't make any sense to you, that still constitute the huge part of your life that you could call a puzzle, and then you realize, oh, wait a minute, this is part of the program. In other words, in order to become this person that you are becoming, you actually have to live by example. You actually have to go through the physical realities and the physical processes of becoming who you are and treating it as kind of like a fated destiny kind of thing, and then what needs to unfold will unfold around you. And the only way to make that happen is by just getting up every morning and doing the work. Okay? You get up, you do whatever you do, every day as you learn more and more and more about what you have to do and how you have to do it, and you discover that by solving problems, one little tiny problem every day at a time, one by one, you go through all the problems of limitations and confusion and misunderstanding that obstruct you from being you, and then by the process of elimination, you actually expose everything and anything that is you, that is good for you, okay? So over here with the Eight of Pentacles, that means this is work, okay? It means work, Robin. It means doing the work. It means getting up, like I said, every day, setting out a plan, like a long-term investment strategy, where every day you dedicate a certain amount of time, energy, and resources to like where you're headed. You already know where you're headed, okay, because you're here on this channel. And then you accept that even though it might feel as though you're being swept along without control, it kind of doesn't matter. Please accept this energy as the fates working for you as opposed to against you. In other words, if this goes against your egoic will, okay, that's another problem to figure out, okay? And instead you realize, like, wow, everything is exactly as it should be because it can't be any other way. All the energies of the universe, earth, air, fire, and water, all the planets, all your situations, environments, circumstances, experiences, they're all working for you. Can you handle that, okay? And then you go from there and you realize, oh, okay, now that I accept that, I just keep feeding the process, okay? I just invest. I put in my time, my resources, and energy, and then whatever the outcome, so be it. Trust the process, okay? Okay, Robin, trust the process. You're on path already. Trust the process. The fates are working for you. Thank you very much. I'm going to put another tune on, people. I have to do this to keep in the flow. I hope you don't mind. I'm going to play I Surrender. This is one of the Terra Lumination songs. Okay?
I surrender. Oh, how the body craves. Oh, how the heart it aches. Oh, how the soul knows all of this. Feels like you manifested me in ways that match perfectly, answering my own wish for sure. So many lifetimes in the making. This time round there is no faking, no mistaking. I surrender. I surrender. My hands are held up high, my knees are on the ground. I surrender, I surrender. I hand myself over to the mystery of your sweet embrace. There's no going back, don't even have any maps to our new futures, there's only our next breath. We're so fully committed and so fully engaged, so courageous and fighters to the death, building bridges from your heart to my heart, forging bonds of honest structure, our new start. I surrender, I surrender. My hands are held up high, my knees are on the ground. I surrender, I surrender. I hand myself over to the mystery of your sweet embrace. Oh, there's no one way around this, only way out is through. There's no way around this, open the door to bliss. Only way out is through, that's what we're gonna do, yeah. I surrender, I surrender. My hands are held up high, my knees are on the ground. I surrender, I surrender. I hand myself over to the mystery of your sweet embrace. I surrender. My hands are held up high, my knees are on the ground. I surrender, I surrender. I hand myself over to the mystery of your sweet embrace.
Hey, guess what? It seems we unlocked the chat just a tiny bit. And I've checked my files and I have the song from Robin. So Robin, we're going to play your song. Ha 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 ha. It's beautiful. Listen, everybody. This is Robin's Realms Readings, okay? We're going to play the Robin's song, okay? It's called You're Wonderful, okay? All right, so here we go. Wait a minute, why is it not coming up? Hold on, give me a second. Give me a second here. Let's have a look. Okay, for some reason it's not working. I'm sorry, Robin, I don't know how to fix this right now, but your song is not coming up. I thought I stored it in some way that we could play this, but it's not happening. So give me a moment here. I got to recalibrate everything. Ouch. Oh, I was hoping that we could share this. Okay, just give me a second. Give me a second. Okay? Hold on. Okay. Hey, listen. I'm sorry, Robin. I really, really want to hear your song. It's a beautiful song. It's very sweet, simple, straightforward, from the heart. It's called You're Wonderful. But my system isn't doing it for whatever reason. I don't know what to do at this moment. I don't know how to help you. I really want to play it on the channel, okay? So in the meantime, I need to check in. Dear 123, are you still here? Are you the one who's expecting the next reading? Let me just check something. Let's go back to the other stage, okay? I need to check in, people. Hold on. Stay there. I want to go back to the stage. 123, are you still here? Are you still here, 123? Can you handle this, okay? Could you type it in on the screen? Let us know you're still here. As far as I can tell from the channel where we are right now, this would be your reading, 123. Okay? And the chat seems to be flowing. It seems to be very, very choppy. Things are very, 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 very choppy here right now. I'm looking at the dashboard for Terra Lumination as we're driving through the night here on the west coast of the United States. Okay? Don't say that. I just saw you, Lena. Don't say damn Bill Gates. Bill Gates could be sponsoring the Terra Lumination retreat. We need Bill. Okay? We need Bill, okay? So we're gonna. I'll follow up with Bill later. Don't worry. Me and Bill and me, we're good, okay? So don't worry about that. But don't interfere with the good vibes. We need this, Lena. Okay. All right. That's it. So anyway, 123. Could you please type it on the screen? Are you still here? I love it when we're still here. I like to know that they're here. I mean, if you're not, you're gonna get your reading anyway. But I really enjoy it when you're right here in the room, okay? 123. Can you type it in on the screen? I know there's like a maybe 30 or 40-second delay, but that's just how it is here on YouTube, okay? That's just how it works, okay? Oh gosh, everything's freezing up again. Hey, Faye Bell, I didn't see you earlier. Faye Bell, have you ever been here before? Where are you from? Where Faye Bell, hello, I'm just going to type it in. I need to check, because sometimes that seems to unlock the freezing. Hello. Okay. Hold on. Okay, it's sponsored by the Automobile Club of America. Okay. Hello. Oh, okay. Who's that? Okay. All right. So, anyway. 123, where are you? 123, where are you? Please check in. Please, please, please check in. 123, where are you? 123. I'd love to know that you're still here, that you're still out there. I mean, if you had to go to bed already, that's okay. No worries. We'll get back to you, and you can watch it on the action replays. But right now, this reading is for you. Okay, 123. All right, we're just going to do it. Okay, I don't see you on the screen, but we're going to do it anyway. Thank you for your patience, everybody. We're just going through all the readings as we agreed early on in the show. There's only a few of us here tonight. I think it's because it's a holiday weekend and everybody's out with their own campfires, their own families, their own barbecues, doing something here in the United States. Okay. One, two, three. Where are you? 1, 2, 3. Where are you? Oh, wait a minute. A. Chamuel. Archangel Chamuel. I don't know what that means, people. Archangel Chamuel sponsors Terra. Oh, Faye Bell is telling us on screen here right now, live, that Archangel Chamuel sponsors Terra Illumination. Yes, thank you. We need all the archangels we can get here. Every archangel that's out there that exists, you are very welcome here on this channel. We need all of you. Okay? Right now, at this time in humanity, we need everything we can get. 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, testing. Okay, you're going to get it anyway. Okay? So there you go. Lucky 1, 2, 3. Lucky for you, I am honoring the post-it notes for the night. Here is your reading. Cards are well shuffled in advance. Bless the deck, bless every single card. Bless you 1, 2, 3 for being here. It's a pleasure to serve you and read for you. Let's get on with the show, people. Give me a second. All right, here's the situation. Here's the challenges. Here's how we're going to handle it. And what's the weather like for you? So you have the Queen of Swords, okay? To me, this is an indication, dear 1, 2, 3. It's really, really important right now to activate the energy of discrimination in your life. Right now, you are surrounded by, to me, it looks like a really powerful message. Dear 1, 2, 3, be prepared to be discriminating. Be prepared to activate the healing power of no in your life. Okay? The healing power of no. So, 1, 2, 3, if you're, let's just say, very good at going along to get along. Let's say you're very social, very gregarious, and you modify your behavior. You change your identity. You morph and move into different variations of 1, 2, 3 in order to just live your life in a very, very fluid way. My feeling is that you're in some ways giving away a lot of power, whether you know it or not. And I think the Queen of Swords energy here is saying, dear 1, 2, 3, please understand that it's almost like your life can be much more, let's say, enjoyable, effective, meaningful, purposeful when you discriminate, when you decide that, wait a minute, like if you are, let's say, acting through your life, where you're just, literally like, oh, because like so-and-so is doing this, you're kind of mingling, so-and-so is doing that, you're mingling, and you realize that deep down inside of you, that's not really acceptable to you, but you go along anyway to get along, because it's so much fun to be sociable and accepted here and accepted there and everything. The Queen of Swords energy around you is saying, seriously, 1, 2, 3, it is time to create boundaries, create, let's say what you could call, what's the word? It's like, be prepared to call out anything and everything that is not acceptable to you anymore. Okay, 1, 2, 3. In other words, live in your own personal truth, okay? Not the truth of other people or the truth of society or whatever the news tells you or whatever social justice programs are telling you or globalism is telling you or like whatever they call it, social, oh gosh, all these like huge, like generic global programs, what I would think of as the collective energy, social engineering, just going along to getting along, like, oh, because like BBC News said this is what we have to do, or Fox News said this, or CNN News said that, and that's how we have to do it, that's how we have to do it, and you're going along, I subscribe to this political group, or this social group, or this religious group, or everything, because that's what they're telling me is what's cool. And this energy here, the Queen of Swords, is basically saying, like it's screaming very, very loud, dear 1, 2, 3, Stick to your own truth. What is true for you? Okay? Be prepared and ready and willing to discriminate and say no every now and again, and learn how to put up boundaries, how to put up the hand and say no. It doesn't mean you're going to hurt people, doesn't mean you're going to be rejected. It just means you're becoming more and more living in your own truth. Okay? Let's have a look. What's the situation? Okay, with the Four of Wands here, my feeling is that you really love to be like in almost like a party atmosphere, like wherever you go, whatever you do, however you do it. You love to be like in the group settings, like constantly going from one place to another where there's lots of like gregarious fun, social activity, and where you're willing to sacrifice like your own integrity and your own truth in order to enjoy the like society, enjoy the feeling of belonging and sharing with everybody and being part of the group, being part of the family and everything like that. I get it. I totally understand 1, 2, 3. We all go through this. I go through this. I really want to belong. I really want to be highly accepted, highly valued, highly appreciated on a global scale with Tarot Lumination, like it's a big Tarot Lumination party, okay? So I'm feeling that you're going through the same thing. Like, you want to be part of the party, okay? You want to be part, you want to belong. Like, the situation is that you really want to belong to what really counts. The question is, what is it that really counts? Okay, what's the challenge here? Okay, the challenge is that you might be really stuck in habits, really stuck in old ways, old conditioning, old-fashioned status quo, old obsolete binding agreements that keep you really locked in, tied in, literally like a dog on a leash with a choke collar, into these kind of behaviors and activities that are really not actually working for you, okay? Like, it's almost like being like the life and the soul of the party. Like wherever you go, whatever you do, you're always in, it's always like being in party mode. And it's so much fun. It's so exciting, so thrilling, so satisfying to be that way. But are you being true to yourself? Okay, that's what I think is going on here. And it looks to me like this is a call to action. It is a call to action, 1, 2, 3. It is now time to start becoming true to yourself instead of just the party or the group or the celebrations. And the problem is you're stuck in really old habits that are like very fun, very satisfying in their own ways, but actually very limiting. So how are we going to deal with this? 9 of Wands. Please understand the way to deal with this is that this is something that you have created yourself, okay? And you might have been doing it unwittingly without any kind of awareness about how much you might have tied yourself up in a situation into a knot without even knowing it. And the challenge now is to undo the knot, undo the binding, undo the chains and the shackles and the limitations. And that's work. That is very demanding. It's going to put a lot of pressure on you. But the way to handle it is understand that it's okay. You will prevail. At the deep spiritual level, this was part of your evolutionary journey. And now this episode in your life is actually happening right now. And now is the moment in time where you have to face this. And you realize, oh my gosh, I had no idea. I never even saw my life from this perspective. And then you realize, okay, I have to handle this. I don't have a choice. I have to handle this. I will handle it because I have to. It's going to put a lot of stress on me because it means you're going to have to fight with a lot of very old, very seductive habits that are really actually not working for you anymore. Okay? You can do it. Okay? 1, 2, 3. You can handle it. You can do it. So don't worry. You might need a lot of support. You might need some kind of, well, I think you're already in it. Like a truth telling. It's almost like, to me, it feels almost like shocking. Like if you were here right now, it's almost like I felt you here in the room right now tonight, where it's just like, this is such a rude awakening. Like, oh my God, Tarot Illumination, I would never have expected anything like this to come out of a miniature tarot reading on an online digital channel that's open to anybody, anywhere, anytime. This is shocking to me. This is shocking to me, but it's okay. You can handle it. This is part of your path, your destiny, your mission, your purpose. Don't worry. You got it. You can handle it. It is a formidable challenge to undo old habits, but you can do it. You're in the right place with the right people at the right time for the right purpose. Okay? Thank you, 1, 2, 3. That's your reading. Thank you, 1, 2, 3. I hope this resonates with you. There's only a few people left here tonight. Thank you so much. Frittily, you're up. You have a little generic reading. Whatever happens was what happens, okay? Good evening. I just saw someone here called Albert Draper. Bada bing, bada boom, boom, boom. Yeah, okay? Thank you so much. Greetings, Albert. Thank you for being here. Frittily, you are up. Let's do this. Let's have a look. Okay, this is going to be totally random, Frittily. You know what to do. You've been here since the channel began. Okay? Here's the situation. Here's the challenge. Here's how we're going to handle it. What's the weather like for you? Okay. So with the 7 of Pentacles here, my feeling is that you're perfectly aware of this, Frittily. You know exactly what we're talking about. You have all sorts of gifts and talents at your disposal. You've worked hard for this. You've invested in yourself. You have built a certain amount of, let's say, stability, solidity, assets, resources. The question is, how are you going to optimize this stuff? Because it's like there's still a lot of stuff in the way, okay? For the full bloom to occur. And of course that's a lot of work, you know. But again, when you think of the energy of the farmer and the landowner, the person who has talents and assets and gifts and resources, it's not something to be squandered. It means like there's a like there are businesses where a lot of the day-to-day business is to do with removing the obstacles that impede the business from growing. In other words, the business, the life, the value is already there, but it can't manifest unless you spend a lot of time and energy removing the obstacles to the manifestation. Let's have a look. What's the situation? More work. More work. Work, 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 work. Okay, so so with the 8 of Pentacles here, my feeling is that, again, you already know this. You're kind of already aware that I don't have an option right now. I'm doing everything I can. I'm investing investing and investing in a so-called future of some kind, shape, or another to do with frittily. You already know that. You already know that for frittily to manifest effectively and realistically, it is an investment. It's a long-term investment program, and that means work in terms of time, resources, energy, commitment, responsibilities, and focusing all your talents towards a specific goal, okay? What's the challenge with this? That's a specific goal. Now, I'm not going to define what that goal is. I know you're very, let's say, very methodical and very practical, frittily. You've already set out like an agenda, a calendar, a schedule of stuff that has to be done, things that have to be achieved, things that just stuff that you have to do, and that is work, okay? And that's very, very noble. Now, what's the challenge here? For me, it feels like wondering whether you can actually handle it. With the Five of Wands here, it's a very, very powerful card of competition, of being stretched out and pulled into your maximum capability through conflict, through stress, through exercise, through competition. And in this position of challenge, to me it feels like this is a very uneasy situation, energy, where my gosh, it's okay to talk about this stuff. It's okay to think about it. It's okay to understand what it means in terms of value, talents, gifts, and energies and resources. But making it happen in real life involves having to go into the world in a very three-dimensional way. Business, life, money, time, all those things that happen in the three-dimensional world. And that is a very serious challenge. Okay? You're a very imaginative, very inspirational, in the moment now person, frittily. But when we apply these principles here, like on the Tarot Lumination channel, to your own self, it's just like, oh my God, what does that mean when it actually happens to me? What does that mean for how I actually have to do this in my own life? It's okay to talk about it, but to actually do it and actually live it, it's much more challenging than you can possibly imagine. Okay? So that's the limiting factor here. It doesn't mean it's the end of the world, okay? We just have to acknowledge this. So how do we deal with it? Bring it on, people. Okay, frittily, to me it looks like you know all this already. You already know that you have set yourself up for a lot of challenges. It's almost like you have deliberately put yourself in a time, in a place, in a world, in a mission, in an energy of work, dedication, allocation of resources to something that is very, very challenging. And you already know that the challenges are kind of extreme. So how do you deal with it? You deal with it. You deal with it by understanding oh my gosh, I created this for myself. I asked for this, and now it's happening. All the challenges that I expected are coming at me. So deal with it. You deal with it because you have to. You will deal with it because you have to. It's just that it might not have happened to the scale or the intensity that you had anticipated, but it is there and it's coming at you. And so it's almost like you don't have any options. Let's pretend I'm frittily. It's just okay, well, I'm frittily. This is what's happening. This is how I set things up in my life. I asked for this. I wanted it. I invested in this. I did the work. I knew this was coming. I knew I would have to do a lot of housekeeping on myself, my life and my world, my, let's say, unfolding journey in front of me. So bring it on. I have to handle it because I will. You will handle it. You will handle this, okay, frittily? You have brought this upon yourself and you will handle it, okay? In fact, this will make you stronger, okay? You will prevail. You've got this and it will make you stronger. All right, frittily? Thank you very much. Let's keep going. Okay, there's only a few people left here tonight because we've done most of the readings. And whoever had their reading, they've probably long gone to bedtime. Hey, Nikki, I just saw you. Hi, Nikki. What's going on? Okay. Thank you, Fritali. Let's see, who's up? Tina. Tina, are you still here? Tina, are you still here? Let's just check. I'm going to take a little miniature break here. Give me a second, people. Okay. All right, let's just check in. I'm going to go back to the stage now. Let's have a look. Oh, Tina's here. Yay. Hi, Tina. Thank you for being here. It's lovely to do this stuff live with you. I'm not going to do an oracle. I'm going to give you a full-on thing. Hey, Mona. I just saw you, Mona. Good morning. Good morning, Mona. It's amazing, Tina, because, you know, as far as I can remember, you've been here on the channel very much since the beginning, very early days. It's wonderful. I'm so glad you're still here. It feels very much like a family to me. I cannot describe to you, Tina, how much my life has changed since we started this channel. And I'm hanging out with you and a few others, you know, a bunch of us here. It's a beautiful thing that we have. It truly, truly is a beautiful thing that we have. It might be very, very much out, way out on the fringes, but frankly, I don't care. My whole life seems to have been lived very much way out on the fringes. All right, Tina. Here we go. Tina, I've always felt that you're one of those people who is very deeply in the flow, and you handle all the heavily stressful alignments and aspects just as much as the beautiful aspects, and you don't take it personally. You just stay in the flow. That is my interpretation from here. Hey Albert, hey Albert, what's going on? Albert Draper. I had an OBE experience the other night. A tear in reality opened, and within it I could see a huge metallic tower, like a flattened cylinder. It was in a massive metallic amphitheater of gray metal. Freaky, man. Wow. Hey Nikki, thanks for being here. It really, really helps, because a lot of the time with the energies on this channel, I can't handle it all at once. It's really amazing to have like backup, like backup, serious backup. All right, Tina, you're up. This is all about you right now. Everyone else just does what they do, but this is about Tina. So you know what to do, Tina. You've already probably got it figured out. Get your invisible friends all lined up and ready to go. We got this, all right? All right. Bless the cards. Bless every single card. Bless the deck. Bless the platform, the channel, the electricity, the lighting, the cameras, the technology, the internet, everything that it takes to do this. Here is the situation. Here is the challenge. Here is how we're going to handle it. Excuse me. It doesn't matter. And over here is the weather. Okay. So with the Hierophant, okay? So with the High Priestess over here, okay? With the High Priestess energy, to me, it's like, Tina, you're really in a very powerful place right now. To me, it almost feels like you're at the, this sort of epicenter, okay? This epicenter of, vibrational energy healing. That's the only way I know how to describe it. I'm not going to get out all my charts and astrodoodles for the month of May and for June. But like for tonight, for example, we are under a Pisces moon, and we're right in it right now. So that means the Pisces moon is very closely lined up with Neptune in Pisces right now, which is very deeply in harmony with the Capricorn energy of Pluto and Saturn, and all the Taurus energy over there as well, okay? So it's a very, very, very strong, rich, delicious combination of good energy right now. That's the stuff that I'm focusing on for you, Tina. And it's the energy of you kind of being in this place where you're living at very, very high frequencies of spirituality, and yet you're here on earth, on ground, on this planet, as a person just like anyone else, okay? There's Tina, the person who hangs around in your socks and pants and dresses and trousers and clothes, and your shopping and your chores and your everyday tasks and all the stresses and shenanigans going on with real estate and home and property. All of that stuff, that's happening anyway. But at the same time, there is this super high frequency goddess energy going on, okay? Where, I don't know whether you know it or not, or anyone has ever expressed this or shared this with you, Tina, but you might be one of these types. It's almost like, to me it feels like it's time for you, Tina, to recognize and understand that you have this kind of goddess energy in a very, very, very subtle but very powerful and very profound way, okay? And that's actually extremely hard to do on planet Earth, okay? When you bring the energy of heaven down to earth from up above, You're asking for all these invisible forces that we can't see or touch, because in our physical bodies, we are human beings and we are designed, we have like a physiology that is designed to survive, okay? And our brain and our amygdala, our limbic system is all about survival, procreation, so that we can endure as a species, just like any other living thing on this planet. All it wants to do is replicate, survive, grow, and prosper, and dominate. And I think that's what's happening to you, but it's happening much more on a spiritual plane, okay? And it's time to understand that more than ever before. Like, this is, if you don't understand this already, Tina, to me it feels like it's time to understand that you may in fact be kind of the embodiment of like the high priestess of energy, where all you have to do is to conduct your life the way that you're conducting it right now, in a very, very, let's say, worldly manner, where you are able, ready, willing, and able to conduct yourself as the woman, okay, Tina Miller, on this planet, and you're just a woman like 3.5 billion other women, but you are this particular woman that also happens to be like a representative of the great beyond, okay? Literally like a mystic, like being a mystic, and you're in the process of living this and being this and embodying this right now. And if nobody ever told you about this before, maybe it's time for you to understand and know that. What's the situation? Okay, big questions. What do I do with it all? So the Queen of Cups energy, let's just say that what we were just talking about makes sense to you. And it's just like, oh, yeah, hey, Tarot Lumination, thanks for that. I kind of already knew that, but I wasn't sure at first. But now that you've talked about it openly and publicly on the channel, yeah, I see what you're on about. I kind of get it. And yeah, I can see myself in that. I can sort of see myself as this kind of like spiritual goddess type. It doesn't mean I have to have the biggest tarot channel, or I have to have a lot of incense and, Palo Santo wood chips burning all day, every day. I don't have to look like a Buddha. I don't have to look like a high priestess all day, every day. I'm just that way anyway. And so the question is like, wow. So if that's how it is, what am I supposed to do with that? How does this actually work in reality? If I am like, let's just say, this is the energy of you, Tina, becoming an instrument of like connection with the great divine, where you could be that kind of clairvoyant, clairsentient, clairaudient being without actually necessarily having to advertise it or do it as a day job. You're just already that way anyway. You don't have to do anything special. You could be like cooking dinner or making pancakes or going to the grocery store or doing your books, the accounting, or taking pets or out for a walk or whatever it is. You're still this, okay? You're still this energy, okay? And the question is like, oh my God, I never saw it that way. But now that you describe it that way, that's actually really kind of a big deal. So what am I supposed to do with it? Because let's just say being this way and having this energy around you and the planets and the energy of the universe saying, Tina, it's time to understand that you are one of these people. And then you kind of go like, really? Why didn't anybody tell me before? Well, we're telling you now. And then you go like, okay, so I get it that it's all about love, being an instrument of love and healing, just kind of what Tarot Illumination does. That's cool. That like How does this actually work? What's the challenges here? Okay. So with the Knight of Swords, it's almost like, to me it feels like, oh my God, this is real. This is actually happening. Now I actually have to live this thing out. Now I have to speak the truth, live the truth, speak the word, live the word accordingly. I can't just kind of be Tina Miller out there, figuring out my real estate, figuring out my life, doing whatever it is I do. This is a call to action. I am actually being called out to live like on the big stage of life in the world and do this. It's almost like the energy of the crusade where, like, what's that? I'm trying to think of a way to describe this, okay, Tina, where it's almost like this is a calling. It's like you're being called to be a crusader for this, to actually be this in truth, in reality. And so in other words, your whole life as you know it right now has a much bigger meaning and purpose than you had previously imagined. Uh-oh. So how do we handle that? Okay, treat it as an ongoing thing, like, okay, all right, Terra Lumination, let's just say that you've got a point there. Let's just say that you've touched a nerve. Let's just say that I'm Tina Miller and I understand what you're talking about and everything that you just said makes sense. I get it. Like, I understand, yeah, I have these questions about what am I supposed to do with it all. Then you realize, okay, it is the challenge itself that's going to bring out the best in you. And so my feeling is that the message is like, I have an obligation to tell you, Tina, that the way things evolve and grow here right now are actually going to bring out the best in you as you go along. But it's in a step-by-step manner. And it can be exciting, it can be rewarding, it can be challenging. Like every day you wake up and it's feeling like, okay, well, what am I supposed to do now? I've got this challenge and that challenge here. And then you realize, wait a minute, I got this. I can handle it. I will grow. I will become stronger. In other words, like it's the energy of competition. It's the energy of like being an athlete and having deliberately put yourself into a field, energy field of competition where it's almost like you're challenging yourself. Whether you know it or not, you have challenged yourself to rise up to this energy, and now it's actually happening. Okay? I hope that makes sense, Tina. I really, really hope that makes sense. This looks like a blossoming. It looks like a blooming. It looks like a plant growing and coming into fruition here, where it's just like the intense pressures that happen in evolution are actually... Okay, here's another way to look at it, Tina. You know what happens on certain plants? Like, they don't come into blossom, they don't come into bloom until their life is threatened, until their whole existence is threatened, and then they realize, I have to blossom, I have to bloom, I have to come into my full glory in order to basically continue. Like when a plant comes into blossom, in order to be fertilized, in order to have the pollen extracted and the pollen implanted in order for fertilizing and growth to happen. In other words, growth under stress, growth under duress, and it's a very beautiful thing. Like whenever because you live over in the New Mexico area, you know what it's like when there is extreme duress in the climate, and then when there's a bit of sun and moisture and rain at the right moment in time, the cacti and the succulents come into bloom. And it's an amazing thing, but that's what allows them, under incredible pressure, to reproduce and continue onto the next stage of their journey. So that's what's happening here. Okay? Got it? Thank you, Tina. I hope that helps. And Elizabeth. Elizabeth, are you still here tonight? It's getting very, very late. Are you still here, Elizabeth? You're not going to get an oracle. You're going to get a full-on mini reading. Thanks to Jack. Jack probably gone home to bed long ago, but no worries. Jack is still here in spirit. Okay. Elizabeth. Elizabeth, you're up. I have to play a tune. I need a bit of a break. We did a few readings in a row, so please bear with me. All right. Hold on. Give me a second here. I'm going to play a little tune. This is for Tina.
If you wish for a simple miracle, if you wish you can have one right away, all you need is some faith, is the will. Ask for it and it will come to you today. Hey, hey, I want you to be oh so happy. I want you to be your higher self, yeah. I want you to live and die laughing. Taste your dreams today. Taste your dreams this way, yeah. Na da 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 da, na da 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 da, la da 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 da. And if you wish to be in a state of grace, ask for it and it will meet you face to face. And if you wish, if you dare to dream, you will find that it's easier than it seems. Hey, hey, I want you to be oh so happy. I want you to be your higher self, yeah. I want you to live and die laughing. Taste your dreams today. Taste your dreams this way, yeah. Oh, na da 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 la da 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 la da 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 oh la da 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 oh yeah. I want you to be oh so happy, yeah. I want you to be your higher self, yeah, yeah. I want you to live and die laughing. Taste your dreams today. Taste your dreams this way. Taste your dreams this way. Taste your dreams today.
All right, people. Okay, there's only a few of us left here now. It's very, very late. It's a holiday weekend. I understand. I get it. Okay. So, Elizabeth, are you still here? Elizabeth, please let us know if you're still here. Please type it in the screen. I mean, you're going to get your reading anyway, because why not? You know, you've already got it. It's already paid for. Jack just jumped in the room. Jack's back. He's got it. Okay. So anyway, I just wanted to ask if you're still here in the room, please type it in and let everybody know. And anyway, either way, you're going to get your reading. I'm just going to get on with it. Okay. All right, Elizabeth. Hey, Jeanette, what's going on? I just saw you. Greetings. We're pretty much at the end of the show, but don't worry. We can still hang out, okay? Hold on, I need a beverage. Hold on. Give me a moment here. I need some refreshment. I'm going to do this off camera. I cannot afford to jeopardize my community guidelines in any way, shape, or form. So here we go. There you go. I think some of you already know what this is and why I'm doing this. There we go. Cheers, everybody. I raise my glass. Yeah. Hi, Jeanette. Glad to know you're doing well. That's good. Jeanette is a late arrival. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, Lena, I just saw what you said. Yeah, you could, you know, a little bit. You know, I can see that. I see what you're talking about. I get it. You know. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of that, here. Yeah. I didn't actually plan it that way, but now that you mention it, I agree. Just so that you know, everybody, Elizabeth has an amazing dog. It's kind of one of those healing dogs. They're allergy free or whatever it's called. I don't know the details of these breeds or how it actually works, but apparently it's very, very good for healing, and you can cuddle up with this amazing dog and you can get a very healing experience. Hey, Faye Bell, I just saw you something about, what is it? California? Faye Bell, are you in California? Whereabouts? I'm over here in Los Angeles. I'm over on Venice Beach. Where are you? Mona, yes, we can do a card for you because Jack Dawson was here tonight. Yes. I'll do a card for Mona. Mona B, you're going to get a little oracle card. Don't you worry. I got you, Mona. We'll do this later. That'll be the last card of the evening, by the way, everybody. Doesn't mean everybody just leaves now because Mona's already defined as the last reading of the night. Hang in anyway, okay? So I'm going to slip that under here. Mona, there you are. You're going to get a little oracle. All right? Hey, Tina, I just saw what you wrote there. Sign me up. Tina, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding, Tina. We'll chat about this, okay? Let's wait till June or July or August or something. Let's sort out the deal, get the paperwork done, close on it, and get things sorted out, get settled in, and then we'll talk about an adventure, all right? All right, Elizabeth, here you go. Here we go. Elizabeth, this is for you. I'm just going to go completely blind. I know you don't mind. That's poetry, by the way, people. Here's the situation. Here's the challenge. Here's how we're going to handle it. And what is the weather like for you, Elizabeth, right now? So you've got the 7 of Cups. So this is, in some ways, it's a very beautiful card. I think this is very, very much closely aligned to the Pisces moon right now, and how it is very, very good for the imagination, the connections with the great beyond, the ability to connect with divine inspiration and have your visions, your art, your, let's say, your to get the visions that you need to have right now. In other words, Elizabeth, right now it feels to me that you're in like a really, really good spot right now to get divine inspiration from the great beyond. Exactly the way that happens with artists when they are in the zone. Totally in the zone, okay? Let's have a look. What's the situation? So with the Five of Wands here, to me it feels like this is really amping up. It's amping up like the artistry, the energy of Elizabeth Colton, being who you are, what you do, and how you do it, and understanding and realizing that, oh my God, I really, really freaking am in the zone. I am an artist. I am amazing. I do have connections with the great beyond. I actually have access to divine inspiration. That's incredible. And the thing is, right now, that to me it feels as like it's taking you to the totally next level. We're going next level, Elizabeth Colton. With the Five of Wands here, it's just like, oh my God, I've always been like this kind of artistic person way out in the fringes of almost borderline lunacy, borderline lunatic, wacko nutcase. But that's actually kind of cool. And all I have to do now is find a way to capture that, to bottle that, to turn it into something amazing. And you respond to the challenge. Okay, you respond to the challenge. And what I mean by the challenge, actually not the challenge, you respond to like the energy of the universe, like the Pisces moon in very comfortable energy with the Capricorn energy and the Taurus energy, the earthy energy of like deep, earthly, worldly manifestation, especially for you when it's coming to the arts. It's just like, oh my God, this is a sacred moment. This is a moment of sacred opportunity where it's like, oh, I can see it all now. I totally get it. I get it. I am in contact with the great divine. I am in contact with divine inspiration. Now, how am I going to handle that? Oh, it's just like, oh my God, I can do this. I know I can do it. So it's like you're being taken to the limits, the very, very limits of your capabilities. But this is the situation in which you are going to be, let's say, optimized. Okay? Let's have a look. What's the challenge? Okay, so sometimes I think of this as the card of art. The art of life, the art of living, the art of creating harmony and beauty out of the chaos of life, okay? Out of the chaos comes the art. Out of the chaos comes the art. So the challenge here, of course, is handling the chaos. And it's almost like frightening when you are this closely connected with the great beyond, with divinity, with divine inspiration, and the visionary energies that come to you as an artist. Like, oh my God, how on earth am I supposed to capture that and turn that into something viable on planet Earth? Holy bleep. Whoa. Okay, so how do we do that? Let's have a look. Okay, so with the King of Cups here, my feeling is that, number one, gather your resources, gather all the, like it's time for you to get into your power. Understand and remember how powerful you are already, and how you already have amazing skills of dealing with the immense chaos and mind-numbing lunacy that happens when a person is this closely connected with the great beyond. But also at the same time, that is the fuel, that is the raw material for turning things into something like a loving work of art, where you make it your business more than ever before, more than you've ever done in your life before, to make it your business to be like the artist, but now with a sense of meaning and purpose that you really didn't have before. It's more about being like a really like an ambassador, like being the ambassador, like being an emissary, being the embodiment of the healing power of love, and how it has to flow to you and into you from above and into your work, into your art, into your life, primarily into the art that you bring to this world, okay? To me, it looks like a whole reading about going next level, Elizabeth, going next level with your art, okay? It's tough, it's serious, but it looks like you are being called, okay? You are being called. It's like this is a calling. This is a call to action. And in some ways it feels like, to me it feels like this has never happened to you before, but now it is happening. OMG. That's your reading, okay, Elizabeth? I hope that helps you. I remember because you told me that you're an artist. So that's how I felt. Mona, you're going to get a reading. You're just going to get the whole freaking thing, okay? And that's it. Hey, Faye Bell, I just saw your notes. Good night. Take care. Thank you for being here, Faye Bell. All right, what do the cards have to tell for Mona? Good morning, Mona. Mona is over there in Norway. Here we go, people. This is for Mona. Thank you for hanging in. I'm really glad you're enjoying each other's company and making the best of the evening here, making the best of the show, making the best of the channel, optimizing everything for yourselves, okay? Hey, Albert. I just caught a glimpse of something, whatever it is you're writing. That sounds amazing. Wonderful. Okay? Here you go, Mona. We've done this before. Don't worry. I know you know the drill. Here we are. Okay, this is all for you. Bless the cards. Bless every single card. Bless the whole deck. Here's the situation. Here's the challenge. Here's how we're going to handle it. Okay, what's the weather like for you? You've got the Fool card. We had this earlier with someone else. So my feeling is that, Mona, there's a tremendous sense of freedom, liberty, lightness, fun, happiness. Like, it doesn't matter at all right now about all the stresses that are out there around you. Home, family, relationships, location, activity, jobs, work, money. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What counts right now is being absolutely in the moment, just being with you. Mona, being with you, okay? A supreme, beautiful moment. It's just beautiful, okay? And then enjoying that. Being completely present in the moment. Don't worry about yesterday. Don't worry about tomorrow. Just what about right now? So we had the Four of Swords. So my feeling here is that you probably know this already. There's a part of you that knows that you need to step away and step back from a lot of the day-to-day activities of life. Life could be very, very demanding, like home, family, children, activities, money, finances, work, cooking, chores, tasks, whatever it is, all the day-to-day stuff. The situation right now is like, how are you going to get some time for you, time out for you, so that you can go into a place of deep, deep self-healing? Okay? That's what I'm sensing here. And to me it feels like, well, like I feel like I've kind of caught you off guard, Mona, because you're probably like doing everything you can in a very good, loving, noble way already. But with this Four of Swords here, my feeling is that maybe you needed to hear it from someone else, that it would be really good for you right now, in a very love thyself kind of way, which would be good for everybody else, for you to take a time out. For you basically to tell everybody in your closest, most intimate life and love and relationships, like, you know what? I just need a break. I need a bit of time out for me. You guys need to take care of yourselves. I love you all very, very much, and I know you all love me very much in my own way. But right now, the situation is that I need a break. I need to go deep within. I need to separate myself from all the day-to-day stresses of life. And literally, even if it means just like, to me it's almost like the situation right now is that it's really important for you to take a time out for yourself. Just you. Just you. No TV, no smartphones, no Terralumination channel, no children, no families, no aunts and uncles and relatives, no spouses, no bills, no shopping, no chores, no activity, nothing. This could be as simple as basically saying, excuse me, I need a time out, and you just walk outside the front door of your house and you go for a walk on your own, purely on your own, or where you go, you lock yourself in a room, or where you go off somewhere on your own, just so that you can be with yourself. Pretend you just got in a car and you just drive way out into the wilderness somewhere, and you just park somewhere and you switch off the ignition and you take the car seat and you just turn it back. No radio, no cell phones, no smartphones, nothing. And you just do some deep breathing exercises. That's it. What's the challenge with that? To me it feels like, oh my God, what if I do that? What if I do all that stuff? What if I focus on myself? What if I go through an episode of deep self-healing in ways that I've never done before, onto a much bigger, more personal, more profound level of self-healing? Does that mean the rest of my life and all the energy that I commit to the rest of my life, does that mean that the rest of my life and all its fertility and abundance and potential for wonderful things to happen, does it mean that that's going to collapse? I understand your fear, Mona. How are we going to deal with this? Please know, dear Mona, that this is not the case. With the Ace of Swords here, to me it feels like it's really, really important for you to know that you have a right. You have the rights and duty and obligation to be true to yourself. Like, there are moments in time where you need to prioritize you for yourself. Grab the opportunity. Take some time, a few moments, a few minutes every day, where you prioritize yourself for yourself and your own evolution, growth, expansion, wisdom, healing. But that means that has to happen. You have to see, it's almost like this energy feels to me like It's time for you to recognize the opportunities and the little tiny moments in time every day where, like, wait a minute, oh, it's time for me to check out. I need a break. I need to detach. I need to separate myself from everyone and everybody and everything so that I can heal myself. Okay? Okay? Healing yourself. Love thyself. And that's a very, very noble, just, and a very important thing to do. Because if you're constantly giving away your energy to everybody else, then you end up depleted, and then it's no wonder you might feel like this, okay? So I hope that makes sense to you, Mona. This is a tremendous chance, a tremendous opportunity to love thyself in a very, very, let's say, what's the word? It's like in a very, very high degree of understanding. It's almost like, oh my gosh, Tarot Illumination, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. It doesn't mean having extra energy drinks or doing something that's very, very active. It means doing something that's very, very passive, very, very gentle, very quiet, about detaching yourself from all the activities of life. That is the path forward. And there are lots and lots of opportunities that will come to you for this to happen. But you have to take them. The key is to take the opportunities when they are there for you. Okay? All right. I hope that helps you, right? That's it. That's the end of the show, people. It's been wonderful. Thank you so, so much. I'm just going to hang out with you guys now. We'll do another show another time very soon, okay? We'll follow up from here. I'm just going to clear the deck. So whatever happens next, we have a clear deck. I like to clean up as I go along, so I don't have to deal with trails and trails of after effects and leftovers and lots of goop. So now I am wrapping things up with a very clean deck so we can move on and live our lives from here. Thank you very much, everybody, for participating tonight. It's been a pleasure to have you. I'm going to hang out, okay? Albert, you're from Canada. I didn't know that. Okay, cool. Thank you so much. I'm going to play a little healing song. I just saw the word healing. Here we go. So everybody, good night. It's been wonderful. It's been a pleasure to have you here. Bless you all. Have a beautiful week. We'll be coming back for Wellness Wednesday, and we've got the June reports coming out very soon. Okay. Okay. So anyway, here we go. Take care, everyone. Bye bye. It's been a blessing. Thank you all. Super, 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 super. It's Memorial Day in the United States for everybody. So if you're American and you're here in the United States, have a super day tomorrow. A lot of people have shed blood to keep this country going the way it's going right now. I know that's may not be of any interest to you, but it's a very important thing for me. All the best. Bye bye. Good night. Bless you all. It's a pleasure to be here and do this with you.